What's up, guys? So I recently made a video where I read Fortnite's end user license agreement in one video, and it did pretty well, so I wanted to do another one where in this one I'm going to be reading Roblox's terms of use in one video. So yeah, this is what basically I'm doing in this video today. But before we get into it, make sure you guys like and subscribe because this is going to be a real pain to get through. This is really, 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 really long. And yeah, we're going to get into it. Introduction. Welcome to the Roblox universe, where imagination and creativity rule. Roblox Corporation, undesignated subsidiaries, Roblox We or Us, offers the Roblox website, roblox.com, and its related platform, collectively platform, and various other features and services, including websites, applications, forms, content, functionality, products, and services, together with the platform services to allow users, or you, to play, create, and connect. By accepting these user terms, you also agree to be bound by the following Roblox created terms, which apply to all users who access the services. They cover items such as the use of Roblox Studio, the offering of experiences and virtual content as defined below, and the use of music on the services. Roblox privacy policy, which explains information that we collect about you, how we protect that information, and how that information may be used. Roblox community standards, which explains the conduct standards expected from users and outlines behavior prohibited on the services. Content labels, which provides information regarding the content maturity and content descriptors associated with experiences. For US users, Roblox's arbitration agreement section 11, which outlines how disputes between you and Roblox will be resolved. Specifically, these Roblox terms contain a binding individual arbitration and class action waiver. This means that you give up the right to bring an action in court individually or as part of a class action. I'm going to try and read through this as fast as I can. Please read the Roblox terms carefully before beginning to use the services, as they set forth a legally binding agreement between you and Roblox. By using the services, you affirm that you have reached the legal age of majority in your jurisdiction and state of residence, and understand, accept, and agree to be bound and abide by the Roblox terms. If you do not agree to the Roblox terms, you must not use the services. If you are under the legal age of majority, a minor in your jurisdiction of state of residence, before using the services, your parent or legal guardian must read and consent to the Roblox terms. By permitting a minor to use the services, a minor's parent or guardian becomes subject to the Roblox terms and agrees to be responsible for all of the minor's activities on the services, including the purchase of any virtual content. The Roblox terms are subject to change to the extent required by applicable law. Roblox will provide user with reasonable advance notice of any material updates or modifications by any reasonable means of notification, provided that non-material changes, feature updates, or modifications made for legal reasons as determined by Roblox will be deemed to be effective immediately and without notice. Changes shall be in effect as of the last updated date listed atop this page. Your continued use of their services after the last updated date constitutes your acceptance and agreement to such changes. The Roblox terms consists of the following. User terms. The user terms apply to any person who accesses the services. Creator terms. The creator terms apply to all users who access the services. They cover items such as the use of Roblox Studio, the offering of experiences and virtual content as defined below, and the use of music on the services. Roblox Community Standards. The Roblox Community Standard apply to all users and outline the types of behavior that are acceptable and prohibited when using the services. Roblox Privacy and Cookie Policy. The Roblox privacy and cookie policy outlines information that Roblox collects during your use of the services, how we protect that information, and how that information may be used. Supplemental provisions. People's Republic of China. These terms apply to a user's interaction with UGC created by users and developers located in China that use Lubu Studio, and to a creator's submission of UGC to the Lubilesi game for distribution in the People's Republic of China. Japan, these terms apply to users located in Japan. Europe, these terms apply to users located in EU/EEA and the United Kingdom. Vietnam, Part A of these terms applies to users located in Vietnam. Part B of these terms governs the publication of creators. UGC in Vietnam applies to all creators whether located inside or outside of Vietnam, plus certain other Additional terms which may be applicable depending on your use of the services may require separate consent. These include, but are not limited to, advertising standards. Advertising standards apply to advertisers who place their advertisements on Roblox and to creators who allow third-party advertisements in their experiences. Advertising terms. Their advertising terms apply to advertisers who place advertisements, Jesus Christ, on Roblox through the Roblox Ad Manager at Ads Roblox. AI-based tools, supplemental terms, and disclaimer. The AI-based tools, supplemental terms, and disclaimer apply to any creator who uses generated AI-based tools provided in Studio, which include without limitation with the features accessible through Roblox Assistant, among other things. The AI-based tools, supplemental terms, and disclaimer delineate restrictions and acceptable uses applicable to the tools, and creators are not permitted to use any such tools if they do not agree with these terms. Biometric privacy note. The biometric privacy note applies to any user who uses additional features on Roblox that require the use of one's camera, the uploading of files that contain an individual's facial geometry, including age verification, and explains how Roblox collects, uses, shares, retains, and destroys your biometric data when you use the services. Creator analytics terms are used. The creator analytic terms apply to any creator who accesses Roblox creator analytics feature. DevEx terms. The DevEx terms apply to any creator who has applied and been accepted to the Developer Exchange Program, DevEx program. Facial animation privacy note. The facial animation privacy note applies to any user who activates and enables tools on the service, including animation capture, face, or chat that captures and animate facial movements, and explains how Roblox collects users, shares, retains, and destroys the data collected when you use the services. Roblox name and logo guidelines. The Roblox name and logo guidelines apply to any creator or brand partner who advertises content created on Roblox on other platforms. Talent Hub consent. The Talent Hub consent applies to any job creator or job seeker who uses Talent Hub. User terms. These user terms, along with the additional creator terms, govern, among other things, which is called user-generated content, or UGC. UGC is content of any kind of nature, which, whether material assets or otherwise, that users create, upload, submit, publish, display, generate, transmit, or otherwise make available on the services. All users are subject not only to these user terms, but also to the additional creator terms, which are incorporated herein by reference. Definitions. Any capitalized words are not defined herein are defined in the Roblox dictionary. User accounts, access to services. Creating an account to access certain elements and functionality of the services. You will need to create a Roblox account. To create an account, you will be asked to provide a username, date of birth, and method of verification your account, which may include a password, and depending on the resources access, you may also be asked to provide other information like a verified email address, verified phone number, or a government-issued photo identification. You agree that all information provided to Roblox will be true, accurate, and up-to-date. Roblox reserves the right to take steps to ensure that any information you provide to Roblox in connection with your account is accurate. B. Securing an account. You are responsible for maintaining and confidentially and security of any credentials used to access your account, e.g. a username and password. You must not share or disclose such credentials to others except for guardians in the case of a minor user. C. Account responsibilities and prohibitions. I don't know. You understand, acknowledge, and agree that you will be responsible for any actions taken in your account and on the services using your account credentials, whether or not such actions have been authorized by you. You may only access the services for your own account. Selling your account or your access credentials to another user is strictly prohibited. Similarly, purchasing another user's account or access credentials is strictly prohibited. However, transferring an account in connection with the sale of the right to earn Robux from the sale of virtual content created by that account pursuant to a valid written agreement is permitted. This exception does not permit the sale of Robux or virtual currency outside the services. D. Compromised accounts. If you have reason to believe your account has been compromised, is not secure, or it's been subject to unauthorized use, you must notify Roblox immediately by contacting Roblox support. If another user asks for your password any personal information, you should report them immediately using the report abuse feature. E. Suspension or termination of an account. If you violate these user terms or any of of the Roblox terms, including the Roblox community standards. Roblox reserves the right in its sole discretion to terminate or suspend your account, and 2, your right to use the access to Roblox services, including by suspending or terminating any alternative accounts you create or have created. Account suspension or termination may also involve the suspension or termination of access to any content you have acquired on the services, including without limitation Robux experience access and experience items and in virtual items. Roblox may also terminate your account if Roblox determines in its sole discretion you are a repeat infringer as contemplated by the Digital Millennium Copyright Act. DMCA. A guardian of a minor user may request that Roblox terminate their account by contacting Roblox support. F. Notification and appeal of pursuant to a violation of the Roblox terms or in response to law enforcement or other legal requests. Roblox 1. Suspends or terminates your account or access to the services, or 2. Removes Roblox UGC or any or other content that you have on the services. Roblox may notify you and may provide you an opportunity to request a review of Roblox decision. Appeal. To begin the appeal process, contact Roblox support. See here for more information on relevant Roblox policies and processes. G. Access to services. Roblox reserves the right in its sole discretion to change or suspend the services or any portion thereof at any time for any reason, including to comply with laws to protect users or to protect Roblox reputation without notice to you unless required by law and without liability to users. Free. Robux and Roblox Premium Membership. Robux is the official currency of the Roblox services and can be used to acquire content such as virtual items defined below or access to interactive content called experiences on the services. Robux are not substitute for real currency, do not earn interest, and have no equivalent value in real currency except as otherwise outlined in the DevEx terms. With respect to the creators who have applied and been accepted to the DevEx program, Robux cannot be redeemed for any real currency, and Robux is not obligated to exchange a user's Robux for anything else of value. B. Limited license to use Robux. Robux have no equivalent value in real currency, except as expressly set forth in Section 4 of the Creator Terms or in any applicable terms made applicable to Roblox, depending on your use of the services. Your acquisition or purchase of Robux only entitles you to receive a limited, non-transferable, revocable license to use Robux. 1. In connection with the services. 2. For your personal entertainment only, and free in the ways permitted by Roblox under the applicable Roblox terms, including inapplicable laws. Terms. Your limited license to use Robux may end if 1. You violate the Roblox terms. 2. If your account is suspended or terminated or free, these user terms or the services are terminated. C. Acquisition and use of Robux. Robux may be acquired on the services in one of several ways. A user may acquire Robux. 1. By purchasing or otherwise receiving Robux from Roblox. 2. By purchasing a membership premium as more fully described in Section 3F below. That includes a certain stipend of Robux each month. 3. By trading virtual items with other users as described in Section 4C below. Or 4. By other means that Roblox may introduce. Additionally, a creator may earn Robux as described more fully in Section 4 of the Creator Terms. You may not use, acquire, or distribute Robux or virtual content except through the services and except as expressly allowed by Roblox under these Roblox terms, including any applicable terms. Any attempt to do so constitutes a violation of Roblox terms, will render the transaction void, and may result in the immediate suspension or termination of your account and your license to use Robux or virtual content. Roblox is not recognize or take responsibility for third-party services that allow users to sell, transfer, purchase, or otherwise use Robux or virtual content. And any such use by a user is violation of Roblox terms. However, transferring an account in connection with the right to earn Robux from the sale of the virtual content created by the account pursuant to a valid written agreement is permitted. This exception does not permit the sale of Robux or virtual content outside the services. Only users who have reached the age of majority in their jurisdiction or state of residence may purchase Robux or engage in other real money transactions on the services. D. Robux are non-refundable except as required by law. All payments for Robux are final and not refundable. E. Robux are subject to change. Roblox and its sole restriction may implement changes to Robux at any time. This may include limiting the number of Robux a user may acquire or lowering the purchase price of Robux, except for the limited licenses granted to you under the Roblox terms. Roblox has and retains all rights in and to Roblox. This includes the right to modify, revoke, or terminate your license to use Roblox without notice, payment, or liability to you. Roblox makes no guarantees or warranties regarding Robux or their availability or value. Premium. Roblox Premium is a renewing subscription that provides users with certain additional benefits on the services, such as the ability to engage in trade or resale, as those terms are defined in Section 4 below. When you purchase a subscription to Roblox Premium, you agree that your subscription service will automatically renew and that Roblox, through its payment provider, is authorized to charge your payment method accordingly until you cancel the subscription. Roblox will notify of any price increase or change to the subscription terms. Such notification may be via the reasonable means. You may cancel Roblox Premium at any time by following the instructions here. If you cancel Roblox Premium, you can still enjoy the benefits for the period of time for which you have already paid. Roblox Premium subscriptions are non-refundable and non-transferable. 4. Virtual content UGC subscriptions in the Roblox economy. A. Acquiring virtual content. You may acquire virtual items including without limitation clothing or digital items for your avatar, and experience items including without limitation game passes and special abilities, and other content including without limitation experience and private server access offered by Roblox and /or creators collectively. Virtual content solely on the services. The acquisition of virtual content on the services is solely for your personal entertainment and except as otherwise stated in any additional terms as applicable. It does not create any legally enforceable contract between 1. You and Roblox, or 2. You and any creator. Virtual content has no real world equivalent value. You do not acquire any enforceable property rights and to any virtual content based on any transaction of the services. When you spend Robux to acquire virtual content through Marketplace or in Experience, the Robux that are collected for the services and immediately deducted from your account balance, or such transfers are final and unless otherwise permitted by Roblox through its policies or practices or as required by law, non-refundable or non-reversible. B. UGC subscriptions are automatically renewing subscriptions offered by a creator to provide users with certain additional benefits. UGC subscriptions may be purchased using real currency, real-world money only. When you purchase a UGC subscription, you agree that your subscription will automatically renew and that Roblox, through its payment provider, is authorized to charge your payment method accordingly until you cancel the UGC subscription. You may cancel your UGC subscription at any time in the subscription settings page. If you cancel your UGC subscription, you can still enjoy the benefits for the period of time for which you have already paid. All purchases of UGC subscriptions are final and unless otherwise permitted by Roblox through its policies or practices, or as required by law, non-refundable and non-transferable. Selling virtual content and UGC subscriptions. 1. For users, Roblox allows users with a Roblox Premium subscription to resell certain Roblox created virtual content on the service's resale. A user may engage in a resale of such virtual content within Marketplace only, or resales are final and cannot be reversed except as required by law. See here for more detailed explanation of how to resell virtual content. 2. For creators, a creator may design and sell virtual content and UGC subscriptions pursuant to the terms as outlined in Section 4 of the Creator Terms and the UGC subscription terms of use. God damn. D. Trading virtual content. Roblox allows users with a Roblox Premium subscription to trade certain virtual content in the services trade. This virtual content can be traded for other virtual content or for a combination of Robux and virtual content. When users engage in a trade on the services that include the exchange of Roblox is entitled to a fee. However, if no Robux are extended or exchanged as part of the trade, Roblox will not receive any fee in connection with the transaction. See here for a more detailed explanation of Roblox trading system and associated fees. E. Removal of virtual content. Roblox has the right in its sole discretion to suspend the availability of or remove the services on your account. Any content, including without limitation, experiences virtual content, UGC subscriptions, UGC without advance notice. Roblox shall not be liable to any user for any losses you may experience because of such suspension or removal, and Roblox is not required to refund any Robux or any other funds that a user has spent on any removed or suspended content except where legally required. F. Paid access. Paid access experiences offered by creator require a one-time payment in Robux or local currency to access the experience. Paid access experiences in Roblox can only be purchased using Robux, and paid access experiences in local currency can only be purchased using real currency. You can purchase a paid access experience on desktop in your local currency or in USD. If your local currency isn't available, you may request a refund for a paid access in local currency experience within 48 hours. Wait. Looking currency isn't available, you may request a refund for looking currency experience within 48 hours of purchase. Paid access in Roblox experiences are final and, unless otherwise permitted by Roblox for its policies or practices as required by law, a non-refundable and non-transferable one. Limited license. By purchasing a paid access experience, you are granted a license. The experience is consistent with these terms. Roblox reserves the right to revoke your access at our sole discretion. 2. Pricing and tax. When you purchase Roblox premium memberships, UGC subscription, or paid access in local currency experiences from Roblox Corporation and Roblox.com, the price payable is the price indicated at the time of purchase plus all applicable sales and / or use taxes, value added tax, VAT, or goods and services tax, GST, that Roblox assesses on your purchase. The purchase price for the US and Canadian purchases. Applicable sales tax may be added on the price displayed for purchasers in other countries where Roblox is registered for VAT or GST. The purchase price will include a variable VAT or GST at the rate applicable in the territory unless otherwise indicated at the time of purchase. G. Roblox commerce experiences and other features and the services may enable shopping for purchasing and / or grabbing or obtaining items that exist outside of Roblox, including the ability to make payments to providers in real currency collectively, commerce provider activations, capitalized terms that are not defined in these terms or defined in the Roblox Dictionary. 1. Device, age, and region restrictions to access a commerce provider activation. You must be at least 13 years of age and live in the United States, and certain features of the commerce provider activation may only be available to eligible users based on device type. 2. Purchase from a commerce providers. 1. If you choose to make a purchase in a commerce provider activation, including by clicking on a buy or shop button, advertisement, learn more, other links, or purchase methods, you will be using and interacting with an applicable application or website operated by a third-party retailer, e-commerce platform, marketplace, brand, developer, and social, or its and their designees, collectively the commerce provider and the application or website. The commerce provider website to complete your purchase. If you choose to access, use, transact with, or otherwise interact with the commerce provider website, you are directing the commerce provider to make a applicable third-party services available to you. 2. You are solely responsible for your dealings with commerce provider. You understand the terms and conditions of commerce provider website, including any terms of sale, rules, policies, and privacy notices required by the commerce provider, as may be noted as on the commerce provider activation commerce provider website. The commerce provider terms govern your transaction with the commerce provider and all of your activity on the commerce provider website, including information collected and processed through the commerce provider website. Roblox is not a party to any transactions through the commerce provider website, as those are administered by the commerce provider. Any claim in connection with the commerce provider website, including any applicable transactions, is covered by the commerce provider terms and to the fullest extent permitted under applicable law. Roblox is not responsible for such claims. You agree that you are solely responsible for your minors, if applicable, conduct while using the accessing the commerce provider website, and you must comply with the commerce provider terms if you access or use the commerce provider website. If there is any inconsistency or conflict between these common commerce terms and the commerce provider terms, the commerce provider terms shall prevail solely with respect to any activity or transactions you make on the current commerce provider website. Free commerce products mean any goods, merchandise, or other products and services offered through the commerce provider website which are intended to be enjoyed outside of Roblox, e.g. clothing, tickets for live events, food delivery services, etc. The commerce items offered through the commerce provider website are subject to change and may be modified, suspended, disabled, or discontinued in whole or in part at any time. Roblox has no responsibility or liability to you for your transactions with the commerce provider, including any issues with the performance or quality of the commerce items in any orders placed, delivery issues, payment processing, or refund requests related to the commerce items. You understand and agree that the commerce provider is the party solely responsible for all aspects of any transaction, including the fulfillment of commerce items made on the commerce provider website. 3. Taxes. Roblox provides a unique and immersive brand experience that enables users to explore and interact with the commerce provider's brand in a virtual experience. Roblox solely provides the experience for brand interactions. Roblox does not operate as marketplace or marketplace facilitator and is not involved in execution of purchases, sales, or delivery of commerce products. Commerce provider transactions or commerce provider transactions related to the commerce products are conducted directly for the commerce provider website. Roblox Corporation does not directly or indirectly handle, process, or accept payments, collected receipts, or determine prices, or in any way oversee these commerce provider transactions. Any returns, customer service, or related inquiries or issues with the commerce products are directed to and the responsibility of the commerce provider. Commerce providers manage their individual commerce provider websites and operate independently from Roblox. This independence includes, but is not limited to, the execution of sales, e.g. payment, processing services, settling payments, taking orders, accepting or assisting with returns or exchanges, management of inventory, personalized branding, customer service, fulfillment, and delivery of commerce products or commerce provider. Transactions are processed directly between the commerce provider and the user. The commerce provider shall be solely responsible for the payment of all sales, use VAT, GST, and similar taxes relating to the sale of commerce products and commerce provider transactions under these commerce terms. 4. Virtual items. Not all commerce provider activations offer a digital twin or other digital item. If the commerce provider activation states that a purchase made on the commerce provider website also comes with a digital twin or other digital item, that the digital twin such item is virtual content, you'll only be granted entitlement to or a means to redeem entitlement for the applicable virtual content if the commerce provider confirms that you purchase through the commerce provider website for the respective and eligible commerce items as advertised in the commerce provider activation is completely successfully. Roblox reserves the right to refuse entitlement for or remove the applicable virtual content if you order through the commerce provider website is canceled or reversed for any activities not in compliance with the commerce provider terms of these commerce terms as otherwise set forth in the Roblox terms of use. Virtual content available through the commerce provider activation is subject to change and may not be modified, suspended, disabled, or discontinued in whole or in part and at any time unless otherwise stated. A maximum of one of each virtual content is granted. Purchasing multiple of the same eligible commerce items will not result in multiple of the same virtual content. 5. Commerce provider activations are subject to change where reserved the right in our sole discretion to modify, suspend, disable access to, or discontinue any commerce provider activations in whole or in part at any time. We reserve the right to modify these terms at any time in Roblox sole discretion. Fucking hell. 6. Warranty disclaimer. To the maximum extent permissible under applicable law with respect to any commerce provider activation, commerce provider website, and any commerce items made available for purchase through a commerce provider website or obtained from a commerce provider, you understand and agree that Roblox expressly disclaims any and all warranties of any kind or nature, whether express or implied, stationary, statutory, or otherwise, including without limitation to implied warranties of merchantability, fitness for a particular purpose, and satisfactory quality. You understand and agree that the commerce provider is the party responsible for transactions for and fulfillment of commerce items purchased on the commerce provider website or made available by the commerce provider, and Roblox has no involvement in the design, manufacture, provision, or delivery of such commerce items. 7. Limitation of liability to a maximum extent permitted by applicable law. In no event shall Roblox be liable to you for any loss, damage, or injury of any kind, including any direct, indirect, special, and accidental, incidental, exemplary, consequential, or other intangible losses, arson out of or in connection with any commerce provider activation, commerce provider website, commerce items, or these commerce terms, whether arsoning in contract, tort, strict liability, statute, or any other legal or equitable theory. 5. Payments and refunds. Jesus Christ. A. General or only users who have reached the age of majority in their jurisdiction or state of residence may engage in financial transactions on the services such as purchasing Robux or Roblox Premium or UGC subscriptions. B. User responsibilities when purchasing Robux, Roblox Premium, or UGC subscription. You or your guardian, as applicable, represent and warn that you have the right to use your selected payment method and that your payment method has enough credit available to complete the applicable transaction. You further agree that you have read and agreed to be bound by any applicable additional terms and that any information you provide in connection with any financial transaction on these services, including without limitation to the provision of a selected payment method, shall be subject to the privacy policy as outlined by the applicable payment service provider for the financial transaction. 1. If you believe someone has gained access to or used your account, including your payment method, without permission, you must notify Roblox as soon as possible by contacting Roblox support. Roblox reserves the right to suspend any account with unauthorized charges or to restrict an account's ability to purchase Robux, engage in trades and slash or purchase virtual content and UGC subscriptions. See unauthorized transactions below. Kill me. See, unauthorized transactions, if you notice charges on your credit slash debit card, PayPal, Google Pay account relating to the services that you did not authorize, please contact Roblox support immediately. Tell Roblox at once if you believe that a charge has been made without your permission. Our goal is to learn about the promptly address your concerns. If you dispute any charges directly with your payment processor, Roblox may be restricted in assistance, including any refund Roblox can provide due to prohibitions under the payment provider's dispute process. Protect Roblox and users from fraud and never harm. Roblox reserves the right to suspend any account with unauthorized charges or to restrict an account's ability to purchase Roblox and engage in trades and slash or purchase content, virtual content. Roblox may provide you an opportunity to request a review of Roblox decision. For more information on the appeal process, please see section 2 of the user terms above. D. Pricing and tax when you purchase Robux, Roblox Premium subscription, UGC subscription, Roblox Corporation, Roblox.com. The price of payable is the price indicated at the time of purchase plus or applicable sales and slash or uses taxes value as tax at value added tax or goods is services tax GST that Roblox assesses on your purchase. The purchase price for US and Canadian purchases applicable sales tax may be added onto the price displayed for purchases in other countries where Roblox is registered for VAT or GST. The purchase price will include applicable VAT or GST at the rate applicable in the territory unless otherwise indicated at the time of purchase. Oh, I'm gonna be right back and get water, but be right back. Alright, boys, I'm back. Intellectual property and UGC. A. Roblox IP. The interfaces, graphics, including without limitation, Roblox classic avatars and modified classic avatars as defined in Section 2 of the Creator Terms, trademarks, design, information, artwork, data, and code, products, and software, and all other elements of the services, including the rights therein, and any derivatives thereof. Roblox intellectual property or Roblox IP are protected by law and the Roblox terms or Roblox IP is property of Roblox and Roblox licensors. Roblox IP includes all UGC license to Roblox by creators under the creator terms except as allowed in Roblox terms. Any applicable additional terms, you may not use any Roblox IP contained in the services unless you obtain a separate permission in each instance from the owner. Roblox reserves all rights in /2 the Roblox IP not granted in these Roblox terms or elsewhere in the additional terms. B. UGC. The services contain various forms, functionality, software, and other interactive features that allow you to create, upload, submit, publish, display, generate, transmit, or otherwise make available, publish UGC on the services. For more information on these features, please also read Section 2 of the Creator Terms. Any UGC published on the services must comply with the Roblox terms, including Roblox community standards, and must not be illegal, fraudulent, deceptive, obscene, threatening, defamatory, and invasive of privacy, infringing of intellectual property rights, or otherwise injurious to third parties or objectionable, and must not consist of or contain software, viruses, commercial solicitation, chain letters, mass mailings, or any form of spam. except as otherwise described in Roblox's privacy policy or any applicable additional terms. 1. You agree any UGC that you publish will be considered non-confidential and non-proprietary. And 2. You grant Roblox a non-exclusive, royalty-free, perpetual, irreversible, and fully sublicensable right to host, use, copy, reproduce, modify, adapt, publish, translate, run, and create derivative works of distribute, communicate to the public, and publicly perform or display, including on a through to the audience basis, such as UGC and any related interaction data on the services throughout the world in any media for any business purpose in connection with operating, providing, publicizing, or improving the services, including without limitation in connection with the training of machine learning and related models. However, Roblox will only share personal information that you provide in accordance with Roblox's privacy policy. You represent and warrant that at the time of publishing UGC 1, you own or otherwise control all the rights in/to the UGC. 1. The UGC is accurate and not fraudulent or deceptive, and 3. The UGC does not violate these terms, any applicable laws, or the rights of any third party, including intellectual property, privacy, and publicity, and will not cause injury to any person or entity. You understand that Roblox cannot guarantee that in certain situations UGC that you publish or make it available on or through the services will not be copied or used by other users of the service and discussed on and outside of the services. If you do not have the right to submit UGC for such use, publishing such may subject you to liability. Roblox takes no responsibility and assumes no liability for any UGC published by you or any third party. Roblox has the right but not the obligation to monitor, modify, disable access to, or remove any UGC on its services, and it may exercise these rights at any time without notice or liability to you or any third party. C. In experience UGC, some experiences will allow for users of that experience to publish UGC, with the experience users who separately publish UGC within experience hereby grant both Roblox and the creator of the applicable experience a worldwide, perpetual, royalty-free, and irreversible right to a non-exclusive license to use and exploit the UGC in any manner or media, including without limitation, connection with the training, development, and use of machine learning and the related models, without any obligation, including any obligation to pay royalties or other compensation to any personal party if such users create a modified classic avatar as defined in Section 2 of the Creator Terms. The user hereby assigns all right, title, and interest in that modified classic avatar to Roblox. Roblox in turn grants a non-exclusive license to both user and creator to use and exploit that modified classic avatar in the services without any obligation except those otherwise specified in these Roblox terms, including any obligation to pay royalties or any compensation to any person. D. Copyright Infringement / Digital Millennium Copyright Act, DMCA. 1. Notice we respect the intellectual property rights of others, and we ask you to do the same. If you are a copyright owner or any agent of a copyright owner believe that any content on the services infringes upon your copyrights, you may submit a notice person to the DMCA by contacting our copyright agent by email at copyrightroblox.com or mail at legal 3150S Delaware ST San Mateo, California 94403. You may also contact us by phone 888-858-2569. If a copyright owner is under the age of 13, DMCA notice will be submitted by a parent, guardian, or other adult representative. Your notice must include the following information: an electronic or physical signature of the person authorized to act on the behalf of the owner of the copyright over right being infringed, a description of the copyright protected work or other intellectual property right that you claim has been infringed, a description of the material that you claim is infringing and where it is located, your address, telephone number, and email address, a statement by you that you have a good faith belief that the use of those materials is not authorized by the copyright owner, its agent, or the law, and a statement by you that the above information on your notice is accurate and that under penalty of perjury you are a copyright or intellectual property owner or authorized to act on the copyright intellectual property of the owner's behalf. You acknowledge that if you fail to comply with all these requirements of this section, your DMCA notice may not be valid. See 17 USC 512 for further details. We may send a copy of your DTA notice, including any correct contact information you provide to the individual responsible for the reported content. 2. Counter notice if your content was removed or disabled as a result of DMCA notice and you believe that your content is not infringing that or that you have the proper authorization from the copyright owner, the copyright's owner's agent, or pursuant to the law, publish and use the material content. You may send a counter notice to our copyright agent by email, copyright agent, or mail at legal Delaware San Mateo, or any counter notice submitted on behalf of a user under the age of 13 must be submitted by a parent, guardian, or any other adult representative. When our copyright agent receives a counter notice, we may send you a copy of the counter notice, including any content information you provide to the original complainant party, informing that the party that we may in 10 business days replace the removed content or stop disabling it unless the copyright owner files an action seeking or a court order against the provider of the content. Removed content may be replaced or access to it resorted in our sole discretion within 10 to 14 business days or more after our receipt of the counter notice. Trademark infringement. If you're a trademark owner or agent, trademark owner, and believe that any content of the services infringes upon your registered trademark, please submit a trademark infringement notice to our trademark agent at trademark agent or legal Delaware San Mateo. When you contact us, please provide the following information: you notice an electronic or physical signature of the person authorized to act on behalf of the owner of the trademark, description of the trademark rights you claim is infringing, including the country where the trademark is registered and the registered number, if applicable, a description of the content you claim is infringing, where it's located, your address, telephone number, email address, and a statement that you have a good faith in the use content is not authorized by the trademark of the owner, its agent by law, and a statement by you that the above information you notice is accurate and that, independent to a jury, you are a trademark owner or authorized to act on the trademark owner's behalf. Note that Roblox is not in a position to mediate disputes between users and the holders of trademark rights. However, we take intellectual property rights seriously, and upon receipt of a valid trademark infringement, we will investigate and may remove content that engages in trademark infringement. Note that for the purpose of a trademark infringement report, you must be the owner of a registered trademark or their agent. Pending trademark applications are not sufficient. F. Repeat infringer policy. Roblox's intellectual property policy is to 1. Remove or disable access to content that Roblox knows to be infringing or on the intellectual property rights or of third parties, or that has been identified in a valid DMCA notice submitted by a valid copyright owner or their agent. And 2. In appropriate circumstances, to suspend or terminate the accounts of and block access to the services by any user reportedly or egregiously infringes the copyright or of intellectual property rights of third parties. G. Feedback. Any feedback, comments, or suggestions, feedback you may provide regarding on or relating to the services is entirely voluntary. You hereby grant us a perpetual or reversible royalty-free, fully paid worldwide license to use to such feedback, and we will be free to use such feedback as well you see fit without any obligation to you. 7. Online safety. Roblox cares about the safety of its users. If you see any content or materials on the services that appears to recruit, entice, advertise, or solicit any person to perform a sexual, violent, or illegal act, please contact Roblox support and select the user's safety concern to help category to immediately report the user and situation. Community standards can meet to keep this user safe. Roblox is creating a certain community standard to outline how users should behave on the services and what the conduct is and isn't allowed on the services. These community standards, which are incorporated into these terms, may be found here. Any violation of the community standards is considered a violation of Roblox terms and may result in account suspension or termination. B. Parental controls. The Roblox community is made of users of all ages. We worked hard to promote a safe and fun environment for us all. To help foster this community, we provide users and their parents as guardians with normal safety features and controls. More information about these features may be found here. God. 8. License to and restriction of services. A license to the services subject to your compliance with these user terms or any Roblox terms. Roblox grants you an non-exclusive, limited, and irreversible and untransferable license to use the service on any devices you own or control for personal entertainment use, including and solely in connection with the services, and a right to download and use software that Roblox makes available for download as part of their services in object code form only. B. Restrictions of use. In addition to any other restrictions set forth in Roblox terms or any additional terms users may not A. lease, lend, sell, distribute, or sublicense any part of the services. B. copy, modify, distribute, publicly perform or display, reverse engineer, disassemble, modify, or create derivative works of the services related or implemented technology. C. circumvent any technology knowledge or measure designed to protect the services or any technology associated with the services. D. reverse engineer, disassemble, decompile, decode, adapt, or otherwise attempt to derive or gain access to any services source code or whole, in part, unless a portion of code contained with the services released as open source and the open source license governing such code especially permits reverse engineering, copy, or other modification. E. use the services to create malicious or abusive content as determined by Roblox in its sole discretion, or any content that violates these Roblox terms, additional terms, guidelines, or policies. Or F. use the services or any part thereof or any technology contained therein in any manner that infringes, misappropriates, or otherwise violates any intellectual property right or other right of any person that violates any applicable laws. 9. Third-party services. A. Third-party services. Some parts of the services may include or make available content, tools, or other materials, including but not limited to experiences from third parties, people, or companies other than Roblox. Third-party services. Depending on a user's age, this could include links to other websites, features that let a user link their user accounts to other accounts like Facebook, or third-party buttons, e.g. like or share, as described in Section 9. Roblox neither controls nor takes responsibility for any third-party services, including without limitation how a third party may collect, use, or store user information. You understand that your use of the services, and by extension third-party services, may subject you to fees, terms, and or policies, such as privacy policy. You're not controlled by Roblox by your use of the services. Integrated third-party services. You agree to pay any fees and to follow any terms, conditions, and policies presented by those third-party services. B. disclaimer. You understand that by using these services, you may come across third-party services. 1. Or may be considered offensive or objectionable. 2. May or may not be identified as having explicit language. 3. May contain links or references to actionable material. 4. May contain infringing content. 5. May not function properly or as intended. May contain viruses, malware, or any harmful code. And or 6. May not be available in all countries or languages. You agree to these services at your own risk. Your user acknowledges and agrees that Roblox is not responsible for examining or evaluating the content accuracy and completeness, availability, timeless validity, copyright, compliance, legality, decency, quality, or any other access to such third-party services. Roblox does not warrant or endorse any third-party services. You agree? You further agree that Roblox will not have any responsibility or liability to you in connection with such third-party services, including any losses you may sustain as a result of using such third-party services. C. Notices 1. Apple. If a user is using the Roblox mobile application app on an iOS device, the user also acknowledges and agrees to the terms of this section. Roblox terms are between user and Roblox, and not with Apple. Then Apple is not responsible for the services and the content of the services. Apple has no obligation whatsoever to provide any maintenance and support service with respect to the services. If the services fail to meet, this is so dumb, the applicable warranty, user may notify Apple, and Apple will refund any applicable purchase price for the app to user. Apple has no other warranty obligation whatsoever with respect to the services. Apple is not responsible for the addressing any claims by the user or any third party relating to the services or user use of the services, including A. product liability claims, B. any claim that services fail to meet any applicable legal or regulatory requirement, and C. claims arising under consumer protection or similar legislation. Apple is not responsible for the investigation, defense, settlement, and discharge of any third-party claim that the services of the user's use of the app infringe that third party's intellectual property rights. User agrees to comply with any applicable third-party terms when using the services. Apple and Apple's subsidiaries are third-party beneficiaries, whatever, of the Roblox terms, and when user accepts the Roblox terms, Apple will have a right and will be deemed to have accepted the right to enforce on Roblox terms against user as a third-party beneficiary. User hereby represents and warrants that A. user is not located in the country that is subject to U.S. government embargo or that has been designated by the U.S. government as a terrorist supporting country, and B. user is not listed on any U.S. government list or prohibited or restricted parties. 2. Autodesk Roblox Studio contains Autodesk FBX code developed by Autodesk Inc. Copyright 2016. Autodesk Inc. All rights reserved. This code is provided as is, and Autodesk Inc. disclaims and all warranties wherever expressed or implied, including applied warranties of measurability, fitness for a particular purpose, or a non-infringement of third-party rights. In no event will Autodesk Inc. be liable for any direct, indirect, accidental, special, exemplary, or consequential damages, including obtaining substitute goods or services, loss of use, data, or profits, or business interruption, however caused, and on any theory of liability, whether in contract, strict liability, or tort, including negligence or otherwise arising in any way out of such code. 3. PlayStation. This section applies to users accessing the services on a Sony PlayStation device. Purchase and use of items are subject to the network's terms of service and user agreement. This online service has been sub-licensed to you by Sony Interactive Entertainment America. Any content purchased in an in-game store will be purchased from Sony Interactive Entertainment Network Group Limited, Sony, and be subject to PlayStation Network terms of service and user agreement, which is available on PlayStation Store. Please check the usage rights for each purchase, as these may differ from item to item unless otherwise shown. Content made available in any in-game store has the same age rating as the game. The Roblox terms and between user and Roblox only, and not with any of Sony Computer Entertainment Inc., Sony Computer Entertainment America LLC, and Sony Computer Entertainment Europe Ltd, collectively SCE. Roblox and SCE is responsible for the services. User is granted a limited license to use the services only on a systems which includes a PlayStation, PlayStation 2, and PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, PlayStation Portable, PSP, PS Vita, PlayStation Vita, and PlayStation Vita TV, PS Vita TV, including all literations on and server emulations of each that user owns or controls, such as whatever system to which the services are delivered by a proprietary online network operated by SCE or if its affiliates, accessible via the systems and other devices. Each SCE company is a third-party beneficiary of the Roblox terms. 10. Oh my god. Number 10. Burger King. Oh yeah, I said that joke. Burger King foot letters. Already said that last video. Experience rules plus dispute resolution between users and creators or between creators. If a user has an issue with any creator UGC, including experience or other virtual content, users should first contact the creator of the UGC directly to resolve the issue. A. Experience rule violations. Roblox permits creators to create custom rules that govern experiences and the actions of users within experience rules. Experience rules are created, governed, and administered by the experience creator and not by Roblox. As such, violation of experience rules may only be reported to and handled by the experience's creators directly. They may not be reported for Roblox's report abuse system. Experiences will have their own system for 1. Monitoring user compliance and 2. Moderating users who violate the experience rules. Moderations may include a violative user being banned from accessing an experience temporarily or permanently, and may also include the loss of virtual content acquired in that experience. All such moderations are conducted by the creator on behalf of the experience, and Roblox is not responsible for a creator's actions in this respect. B. Dispute resolution. If a user has an issue with any creator UGC, including experience rules, or other virtual content, user must first contact the creator of the UGC directly to resolve the issue. See here for additional information about disputes between creators and users. See escalation of Roblox, where Roblox is not responsible for the actions or moderations of a creator based on the experience rules or the resolution of issues between users and creators or between creators. Roblox wants to make sure that everyone enjoys the services, including Roblox has the right but not the obligation to intervene in issues between users and creators or between creators to try to help resolve them. Before escalating any such issues to Roblox, users should first make a real, genuine effort to work out a resolution with the creator. If such attempt is unsuccessful, user may escalate the issue to Roblox customer service and may team by completing Roblox support form. If Roblox chooses to intervene or take action in any dispute between a user and a creator or between creators using creator, agree that Roblox decision may include deducting Roblox from the creator and crediting Robux to the user is final, and creator and user will accept that decision. Users and creators agree to work with Roblox in a timely manner to resolve all such issues, and failure to do so shall be a violation of the Roblox terms. How long is this one? Jesus Christ. This one's so long. Dispute resolution between user and Roblox, arbitration agreement, class action waiver, except as otherwise promoted in the Roblox terms. You agree that any dispute, claim, or controversy you may have with Roblox arising under or relating in any way to the Roblox terms of the services dispute will be governed and resolved through the mandatory informal dispute resolution (MIDR) process as outlined below. For US residents only, if the MIDR process has been completed but the dispute remains unresolved, you agree that such dispute will be determined through binding arbitration as outlined below and not through litigation. This agreement applies regardless of the legal theories involved in the dispute and regardless of whether the dispute is with Roblox, its subsidiaries or affiliates or parent company or any suppliers or service providers involved with the services or their officers, directors, employees, agents, or successors. You acknowledge and agree that you are giving up the right to file a lawsuit in court before a judge or jury, including in a class action for any disputes subject to the arbitration provision below. A mandatory informal dispute resolution. We hope there's never a dispute between us, but if there is, we both recognize and agree that good faith informal efforts to resolve disputes often result in prompt, low cost, and materially beneficial outcomes. Therefore, we each agree that before either of us may commence an arbitration or assert any claim in court except as set forth in section 11A6 below, we will engage in the following MIDR process. 1. Notice to initiate the MIDR process. The party with a dispute must first give written notice to other parties. To notify Roblox, you must send written notice to Roblox Corporation Legal Department, Delaware, Sacramento, by certified U.S. mail or by Federal Express or international equivalent, providing A, the user's full name, Roblox username, and any email binding address associated with the user's Roblox account. B, the name and contact information of the user's counsel if the user is represented by counsel. C, a brief description of the user's dispute and the resolution requested. And D, the ticket or case number provided by Roblox. Support to track previous attempts to resolve the dispute if there is one. To notify a user, Roblox will send a written notice to the email address or billing address that you provided to Roblox, or if none is provided for the messaging system or Roblox service. That notice will include A, the name and contact information of Roblox counsel, and B, a brief description of the Roblox's dispute and the resolution requested. 2. Process. Both parties will then engage in the MIDR process. The MIDR processing requires conferring in writing or, if requested by either party, via teleconference or video conference in good faith to informally resolve the dispute. If either party is represented by counsel, then counsel may participate. 3. Confidentially. All offers, promises, conduct, and statements made in the course of the MDR process by any party, its agents, employees, and attorneys are confidential and not admissible for any purpose in any subsequent proceeding, provided that evidence that is otherwise admissible or discoverable shall not be rendered inadmissible or non-discoverable as a result of its use in the MIDR process. 4. Timing. The MIDR process shall occur within 60 days of receipt of the written notice described in subsection 1 above, unless an extension is materially agreed upon by the parties. However, if there is a party to seek an injunctive relief on an emergency basis, for example, preliminary injunction or temporary restraining order, the MIDR process with respect to that relief shall occur within 3 business days of receipt of the written notice described in subsection 1 above, unless an extension is mutually agreed upon by the parties. Any statute of limitations will be told while the parties engage in the informal dispute resolution. The formal dispute resolution process described in this section. 5. MIDR is a mandatory I don't even know how to say that. So arbitration or litigation, if any participating in the MIDR process we have been unable to resolve the dispute, either party may commence an arbitration or litigation. If the claim fails within an exception of the arbitration agreement as defined below, however, if we have not engaged in the MIDR process as set forth in this section, the dispute may not be submitted to arbitration, nor may a claim be filed in court until the MIDR process occurs. User and Roblox understand and agree that any dispute that has not first been subject to MIDR shall not be accepted by the arbitration provider and shall be deemed frivolous under federal rule of civil protection. Civil protection, what the fuck? Civil procedure 11B further, and the arbitrator may allocate any arbitration fees and /or costs to any party that files a frivolous claim in violation of the section 11 and shall be subject to dismissal if arrested in court. Subscribe. 6. Exceptions. If a dispute involves a claim that asserts infringement of patent, copyright, trademark, or trade secret rights, the user and Roblox are not required to participate in the MIDR process set forth in this section. B. Arbitration agreement. The following applies to U.S. users only. If there is a dispute between us, we are unavailable to resolve it through the MIDR process described in subsection A above. This subsection explains in detail the process for resolving that dispute. Please read this section carefully, it's important. 1. Arbitration agreement and class action waiver except as otherwise provided in the Roblox terms. User and Roblox agree that any dispute that cannot be resolved through MIDR will be resolved by binding individual arbitration as set forth herein, rather than in court. User and Roblox hereby agree to waive any right to a jury trial and agree that user and Roblox may bring claims against each other in only in an individual capacity and not as a plaintiff or class member in any prohibited class action or class arbitration. This arbitration agreement and class action waiver arbitration agreement applies to all users who are United States residents and except as provided below to all disputes, regardless of A, the legal theories involved in the dispute, B, when the dispute arose, and C, whether the dispute is with Roblox subsidiaries, affiliates, or parent company, or with any suppliers or service providers involved with the services, including any officers, directors, employees, agents, or successors. 2. Federal Arbitration Act interpretation and enforcement. This arbitration agreement is governed by the Federal Arbitration Act, USC, FFA, including its procedural provisions. In all respects, this means that the FFA governs, among other things, the interpretation and enforcement of this arbitration agreement and all of its provisions, including, without limitation, the class action waiver. State arbitration laws do not govern in any respect. Further, user and Roblox each agreed that the Roblox terms evidence a transaction involving interstate commerce and will be governed by and construed in accordance with federal law to the fullest extent possible. 3. Arbitration generally relief available. There is no judge or jury in arbitration, and court review of an arbitration award is limited pursuant to the FFA. However, an arbitrator can award on an individual basis the same damages and relief as a court, including injunctive and declaratory relief and statutory damages, and must follow the Roblox terms as a court would. For the avoidance of doubt, the arbitrator can award public injunctive relief if authorized by law and warranted by the individual claims. 4. Arbitration proceedings and rules. Arbitration will be administered by FedArb in accordance with FedArb's expedited arbitration rules and, if applicable, framework for mass arbitration proceedings. ADR, MDL, except as modified by Roblox terms, in particular the framework for mass arbitration proceedings. ADR, MDL shall apply if 5 or more demands for arbitration are filed that share common factual legal issues, and if counsel for the party submitting those demands are the same or coordinated. Users can find more information at fedarb.com or by calling 1-650-328-9500. Unless required by law or unless the parties mutually agree otherwise, in writing. Any arbitration hearing, including oral arguments, will be conducted through video conferencing, and the arbitration hearing is conducted in person. It will take place in San Mateo County, California. If that is a convenient location for the user, the county or parish where the user resides. At the conclusion of the arbitration, the arbitrator will issue a written decision explaining the findings and conclusions upon which the arbitrator's decision is based, unless applicable law provides otherwise. The arbitration proceedings and all records pertaining to it, including but not limited to any documents prepared or produced in connection with the arbitration proceeding, as well as the hearing, the decision, and the arbitration award, will be confidential and will not be disclosed to any third party except as necessary to obtain court confirmation of the arbitration award. Go. 5. Commencing an arbitration. A party who has complied with the MIDR process described above and who wishes to start arbitration must submit a demand for arbitration and a copy of the user terms to FedArb at fedarbsalesforce.com Roblox demand form. 6. Fees and costs. If you commence an arbitration in accordance with the Roblox Terms and Arbitration Agreement, you'll be required to pay the first $50 of FedArb's filing fee, except as otherwise set in Section 11AV, and this subsection. You will not be responsible for paying any other fees in the arbitration other than the filing fee or other fees. Expenses charged by FedArb will be paid by Roblox. Further, FedArb determines that you are unable to pay any part of the filing fee, Roblox will pay that part too. Users are otherwise responsible for their own costs and attorney's fees. Roblox will not pay such costs or attorney's fees unless ordered to do so by the arbitrator. If the arbitrator finds that either the substance of the claim or the release sought is frivolous or brought for an improper purpose, the parties agree that the arbitrator may order the losing party to reimburse the prevailing party for arbitration fees as well as reasonable attorney's fees and costs. For in cases where statute authorizes the award of attorney's fees or costs to the prevailing party, the arbitrator may award attorney's fees or costs present to that statute. The parties agree that FedArb has discretion to modify the amount of timing of any fees due under applicable rules or fee schedules, and further agree not to oppose any modifications to the timing amount of any fees due, provided that such modifications do not increase the fees to either party. 7. Delegation interpretation. The arbitrator and not any federal, state, or local court or agency shall have exclusive authority to the extent permitted by law to resolve all disputes arising out of or relating to the interpretation, applicability, enforceability, or formation of the Roblox terms, including but not limited to any claim that all or any part of the Roblox terms is void or avoidable. However, in the event of a dispute about which particular version of the Roblox terms you agreed to, a court will decide that specific question prior to the commencement of the arbitration. This arbitration agreement is intended to be broadly interpreted and will survive termination of the Roblox terms. 8. Servability. If any provision of this arbitration agreement is found unenforceable, that provision will be served and a balance of the arbitration agreement will remain in full force and effect. If the court decides that applicable law precludes enforcement of this arbitration agreement as to any particular claim, then the claim must be severed from the arbitration, while the remaining claims will still be resolved through binding arbitration. 9. Opting out. You may opt out of the arbitration agreement entirely and litigate any dispute with us by sending written notice to Roblox within 30 days of signing up for the services for the first time. Thereafter, you may only opt out of the material changes to the arbitration agreement by sending written notice within 30 days of Roblox provides notice of these changes, unless a longer period is required by applicable law. In either case, to opt out, a user must send a written notice entitled Arbitration Out of Notice to Roblox Corporation Legal Department, Delaware, San Mateo, U.S. mail, or by Federal Express or international equivalent. To be valid, the opt-out notice must be sent to Roblox from the user who wants to opt out or the user's guardian. Include A. The user's full name, Roblox email address. B. A claim statement that Roblox needs to opt out of the arbitration agreement or wants to opt out of the material change the arbitration agreement is pliable. And C. The user's signature or the signature of the user's guardian if the user is a minor. If opting out of a material change, the notice must also identify the particular material can change to which the user wants to opt out. An opt-out notice applies only to the arbitration agreement. All other parties of the Roblox terms will still apply to the user on Roblox. Furthermore, an opt-out notice does not revoke or otherwise affect any previous agreement to arbitration agreement. By opting out of material change to the arbitration agreement, you agreed that to arbitrate any dispute in accordance with the language of the last version of the arbitration agreement that you accepted. 10 exceptions. The arbitration agreement that shall be subject to the following exceptions. Users on Roblox retain the right to participate in a class-wide settlement of claims. The arbitration agreement does not apply to users who are not residents of the United States or users who, pursuant to subsection 9 above, properly opt out of the entire arbitration agreement within 30 days of signing up for the services for the first time in a dispute. If a dispute is within the jurisdiction of a small claims court, either the user or Roblox may, after engaging MIDR process, choose to take the dispute to small claims court in the user's county of residence or in the Superior Court of California, County of San Mateo. If the dispute involves a claim that asserts infringement of patent, copyright, trademark, or trade secret rights, either the user or Roblox may assert the claim in federal or state court as set forth in Section 15. C. Timing for raising disputes. User and Roblox agree that any course of action arising out of or related to the services must commence within 1 year after the cause of action arises out or is permanently barred. 12. Governing law, jurisdiction, venue. Except as otherwise provided herein, the Roblox terms are governed by the laws of the state of California without regard to conflict with law principles, except for small claims, court actions, any dispute that is not subject to arbitration agreements outlined in Section 11 above, including if the arbitration agreement is for any reason held to be unenforceable, may only be litigated in the federal or state courts of San Mateo, California, and user and Roblox consent to jurisdiction in these courts for such purposes except as otherwise provided by the European Union's General Data Protection Regulation. 13. Disclaimers, no warranties. Disclaimers, no warranties. We're nearly like halfway down the page. Disclaimers, no warranties. UGC disclaimer. Except as may be required by applicable law, Roblox is not liable for, nor is Roblox obligated to screen, approve, edit, or control any UGC that users, creators, or others publish or otherwise make available on the services. Roblox may, however, at any time, without notice and without obligation to use or remove, edit, block, or suspend the availability of any UGC that Roblox thinks violates the Roblox terms or is otherwise objectionable. User understands that when using the services, user will see UGC from a variety of UGC sources and understands that UGC could be inaccurate or offensive or objectificationable. User agrees to waive and does waive any illegal acquirable right or remedy that user has or may have against Roblox regarding if notified by a user or content owner that allegedly violates Roblox terms. Roblox may investigate and decide whether to remove or disable access to the UGC, which Roblox can do at any time without notice. B. Content labels. The services display to users a content maturity label and certain other descriptors about experiences. The description of those content maturity labels can be found here. The content maturity labels are descriptors for an experience may be modified from the time to time, such as based on additional information reported to Roblox or changes made to the experience by a creator. User is solely responsible for reviewing the content maturity labels and descriptors for an experience to determine whether any such changes have been made. Roblox does not warrant the accuracy of the guidelines or descriptors. The user acknowledges and agrees that Roblox is not responsible for the accuracy, completeness, fidelity, or quality of any content maturity labels or descriptors. See, as is, the services and all materials on content available through the services are provided as is and on an as available basis without warranty or a condition of any kind, either express or implied, to the maximum intent permitted by applicable law. Roblox and Roblox's officers, directors, employees, consultants, affiliates, investors, business partners, subsidiaries, and agents, together the affiliated affiliated parties disclaim or warranties of any kind, whether express or implied, relating to the services, and all materials and content available through the services, including A, any applied warranty of merchantability, fitness for a particular purpose, title, and quiet enjoyment, or non-infringement, and B, any warrant arising out of course of dealing, usage, or trade. The affiliated parties do not warrant that the services or any part of the services or any materials or content offered through the services, including without limitation or translations of content, will be uninterrupted, secure, or free of errors, viruses, or other harmful components, and do not warrant that any of those issues will be corrected. D, no responsibility, no advice or information, whether or oral or it written, obtained by user from Roblox or any materials or content available through the services will create any warranty regarding any of the affiliate parties or Roblox that is not expressly stated in the Roblox terms. User assumes all risk for any damage that may result from users' use of access or to the services, users dealing with any other users on the services, and any materials or content kill me. Or any materials or content available for the services limitation applied to the maximum extent permitted by blah blah blah. 14. Limitations of liability. To the maximum extent permitted by applicable law, in no event will Roblox and the affiliated parties be liable to user of any indirect I'm never doing this again. Incidental, special, consequential, or primitive damages, including damages for loss of profits, goodwill, any other intangible loss arising out of relating to users' access or to or use of or users' inability, I don't know what that word is, to access or use their services or any materials or content on the services, whether based on warranty, contract, tort, including negligence, statute, or any other legal theory, and whether or not Roblox has been informed of possibility of damage to the maximum extent permitted by applicable law. User agrees that the aggregate liability of Roblox and the affiliate parties to user for all claims arising out of or relating to the use of any ability to use any part of the services or otherwise under Roblox terms, whether in contract or otherwise, is limited to $1,000, except as noted in Section 11 above, or is otherwise set forth in the creator terms. 15. Indemnification. Oh my god. I think we're nearly halfway. Indemnification. You agree that you will be responsible for your use of the services, and you further agree to defend and indemnify Roblox and the affiliated parties from and against every claim, a liability, damage, loss, and expense, including reasonable attorney's fees and costs, arising out of or in any way connected with A, your access to, use of, alleged use of the services, B, your violation to any part of Roblox terms, any representation, warranty, or agreement represented in Roblox terms, or any applicable law or regulation. C, your actual alleged violation of any third-party right, including any intellectual property right, publicity or privacy right, property right, or confidentiality obligation. Or D, any dispute or issue between you and any third-party Roblox for service of right, Roblox's own cost to take on the exclusive defense and control of any matter subject to indemnification by you without limiting your indemnification obligations with respect to that matter. In that case, you agree to cooperate with Roblox defense of that claim. 16. Notice to California residents complaints. If you're a California resident on a California Civil Code section 17893, you may contact the complaint assistant unit of the Division of Consumer Services of the California Department of the Consumer Affairs in writing at 1625N Market Boulevard, Sacramento, or by phone at 800-952-5210 in order to resolve complaints regarding the services or to get more information regarding your use of the services. B, minors. If you are a California resident under the age of 18, you may request that Roblox remove certain personal content that you have publicly praises the services, and Roblox will comply with such request to the extent permitted by and/or required by law. Such content may include personal information that but does not include A, anonymized information, or B, UGC that you have uploaded to the services as you received. Consideration for providing it. To make such a request, please contact Roblox support. The request must include your username and a specific description of the content that you want removed so that Roblox can find it. Roblox will not accept request via post, mail, phone, or fax, and may not be able to respond if you provide incomplete information. Or request does not guarantee that the information you posted will be completely removed, and there may be circumstances in which the law does not require or allow removal even if you make such a request. Miscellaneous terms. General. These user terms together with all Roblox terms make up the entire agreement between you and Roblox regarding the services and your use thereof. You may not assign these Roblox terms or any of your rights here under by operation of law or otherwise without Roblox prior written consent. Roblox may assign the Roblox terms at any time to anyone without notice or consent. This agreement is binding on the insurers to the benefit of Roblox and your respective successors, and assigns if any part of these Roblox terms is held to be invalid or enforceable, an unenforceable part will be given effect to the greatest extent possible, or if it cannot legally be given any effect, will be severed from the Roblox terms, and the remaining parts will remain in full force and effect. Nothing in the Roblox terms will be deemed to confer any rights or benefits on a third party and other than Apple, as noted in Section 9C. B. Termination, survival. In the event of termination of these user terms or any additional terms as applicable, the rights and duties of Roblox and user to each other will terminate, except that any part of the Roblox terms or additional terms which by their nature should survive termination will survive, including Section 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14, 15. Waiver. No waiver of any part of the Roblox terms by either user or Roblox shall be deemed a continuing or further waiver of any such part of any part or any other part of the Roblox terms, and Roblox or user's failure to assert any rights or part of the Roblox terms shall not be deemed or otherwise constitute a waiver of such right or part. Interpretation. The section headers in these Roblox terms are for convenience and will not impact the interpretation of these Roblox terms. In all cases where Roblox is allowed to make a decision on these Roblox terms, that decision is completely up to Roblox and its sole discretion. The Roblox terms are subject to applicable law, meaning that they apply except to the extent otherwise prohibited by or requiring by applicable law, unless the context dictates otherwise. Whenever the word including or similar is found in Roblox terms, it means including without limitation. Whenever the word or is found in the Roblox terms, it means and / or. Compliance with laws. When using the services, you agree to comply with all applicable laws. User will not directly or indirectly export or re-export or transfer the services to prohibited countries or individuals, or allow either to use the services. The user hereby represents and warrants that 1. User is not located in the country that is subject to U.S. government embargo or that has been designated by the U.S. government as a terrorist supporting country, and 2. User is not listed in any U.S. government list or prohibited by or restricted parties. F. Consent to online communications by using the service. You agree to receive certain electronic communications from robots described in the privacy policy, which are incorporated by reference into these user terms, and by your use of the services. You acknowledge that you have read. You further agree that any notices, agreements, disclosures, or other messages that Roblox sends you by electronic means shall satisfy any legal requirements that such communications be writing to the extent permitted by applicable law. You agree that any time you electronically transact, agree, or consent via the services is intended to be an electronic signature which binds you as if you had signed on paper. Investigations, cooperation with law enforcement. Roblox reserves the right to investigate and prosecute any suspected or actual violation of these terms. Roblox may disclose any information as necessary or appropriate to satisfy any law, regulation, legal process, or government request. H. Prevailing language. To the extent any of the Roblox terms are made available in multiple languages, in case of any discrepancies or conflicts between the English version of the terms and any other language version, the English version will govern and prevail. Oh my flipping god. Contact information. The services are offered by Roblox Corporation, located at Delaware San Mateo, California. You can contact Roblox by sending any message to that address, completing the Roblox support program, or by calling Roblox at 888. If you're a California resident, you may have Roblox terms emailed to you by sending a request, including your email address to the address above. Creator terms. Creators are the heart of the Roblox community, and we create the following terms. Creator terms to set forth the rules and guidelines for creating and publishing UGC on the services, as well as the use of UGC or other Roblox IP or content on the services. These creator terms apply to all users of Roblox. In addition to these creator terms, the creators must also abide by the user terms in both their capacity as a creator and as a user of the services, and any additional terms such as Roblox advertising standards, biometric policy, AI-based tools, supplement terms, and disclaimer DevX terms as may be applicable. Please note that supplemental provisions apply to 1. A user's interaction with UGC published and the services by creators that use Lobu Studio, and 2. A creator's submission of the UGC to the Lobu game for distribution to the People's Republic of China. See Appendix A. 2 users in Japan. See Appendix B. 3 users in EU, EEA, and the United Kingdom, collectively referred to as Europe. See Appendix C. And 4 users in Vietnam. See Appendix D. 1. Definitions. Any capitalized words are not defined therein to take the meaning given to them in the user terms or the Roblox dictionary. 2. Intellectual property. A. Roblox services, other ownership, license, Roblox IP. Terms outlining the ownership of Roblox IP are set forth in Section 6A of the user terms. Roblox Studio. Roblox provides creators with a free software tool studio that allows them to create, develop, modify, operate, and publish experience and 3D content collectively encompassed by UGC, as that term is originally defined in user terms on the services. Roblox owns and/or controls all rights in/to studio and all elements contained therein, subject to creators and compliance with these creator terms. Roblox grants creator a non-exclusive, limited, reversible, non-sublicensable, and non-transferable license to use the studio solely for the purpose of creating, developing, modifying, uploading, and publishing. Whereas UGC on the services studio license, creator might only use the studio in a way consistent with these creator terms. Free Roblox templates. Templates are made available to Roblox generally via Studio and serve as a starting point that creators can use to more easily create UGC. Roblox owns or controls all rights in all templates and all elements contained therein, and makes templates available to creators pursuant to the Studio license. Creators may only use templates in a way consistent with these creator terms. Using a template does not give creator any ownership rights in/to that template. 4. Roblox Classic Avatars. Roblox has created, owns all intellectual property in, and makes all available to creators for use solely on the services. Certain models, which include A. Avatars derived from a model constructed out of only 6 parts known generally as R6 avatars. B. Avatars derived from a model constructed only out of 15 parts known as generally as R15 avatars. And C. is subject to subsection 2B below as derivatives thereof to be determined in Roblox discretion, and that are based on or derived from the following body forms developed by Roblox. This may be revised by Roblox from time to time as further described in the following links: Roblox Boy, Roblox Girl, and Roblox Man, Roblox Woman. Collectively, classic avatars. Classic avatars. Subject to the rights creator grants to the Roblox in subsection 2B below. Roblox grants creators A. the right to use such classic avatars as avatars solely on the services. B. the right to alter, customize, and modify such classic avatars. Each A. modified classic avatar solely for the purpose of using such modified classic avatar on the service or as otherwise permitted under these creator terms. And C. the non-exclusive right to apply creators UGC the classic avatars and modified classic avatars on the services only. Roblox further grants the creator of each modified classic avatar a limited, non-exclusive, revocable, non-transferable license to use such modified classic avatar loosely on the services as otherwise permitted under these creator terms. Roblox reserves all rights in classic avatars and modified classic avatars do not expressly granted herein, including the exclusive right to create derivative works incorporating classic avatars and modified classic avatars. Creators shall in no event use classic avatars and modified classic avatars, including any portions thereof, in connection with any of services in physical, digital merchandise, motion picture, television program, theatrical play, book, or other publication, in each case whether for giveaway or stated access, including the license of sale, creator hereby represents and warrants not to make any such use of classified avatars or modified classified avatars. 5. Builder font family. Roblox makes available and owns all rights to its builder font family for creating, developing, modifying, uploading, publishing, using, and the use services. The use of the builder font is governed by the conditioned on compliance with the builder font license. Creator may only use the builder font in a way consistent with these creative terms. 6. Over Roblox content, Roblox is at its sole discretion may create, develop, and make available on and through the services and other content of Roblox content subject to creators compliance with these creator terms. Roblox can creator a non-exclusive, limited, reversible, non-transferable licenses use such other Roblox content solely on the services and in connection with creators UGC. Other content license creator will not be entitled to any payment or compensation for creators' use of any of other Roblox content, including any modifications or enhancements for retro. 7. Roblox trademarks. Creators are prohibited from using the name Roblox blocks and any name similar to Roblox to be determined in Roblox sole discretion. Titles or any experiences subject to the foregoing restriction and creators' adherence to the Roblox name and logo guidelines. Roblox hereby grants the creator a non-exclusive, personal, limited, reversible, non-transferable license to use Roblox trademarks, whether registered or unregistered, or solely for use within creators' experiences on the services, including in connection with the creator's creation of virtual content. Roblox trademark license. All goodwill arising from any use by creator of any Roblox trademarks will inure solely to Roblox. Use by creator of any Roblox trademarks outside of the Roblox services, including a trademark that can be contained in the title of a creator's experience, is permitted only as set forth in the Roblox name and logo guidelines. For experiences published prior to June 22nd, 2022, notwithstanding the foregoing and subject to creators' continued compliance with the creator's Roblox name and logo guidelines and all Roblox terms and creators who publish experience on the services prior to June 2022 that contain Roblox blocks or similar names in their title may continue to keep such names to each creator of such experience. Roblox hereby extends the Roblox trademark license to cover use in connection with the title of your experience. 8. Termination of license. Roblox reserves the right to terminate or modify the studio license, template license, or Roblox content license, Roblox trademark license at any time and for any other reason. B. User-generated content UGC. 1. Ownership of UGC, except for modified classic avatars and subject to the rights and licenses creator grants in these creative terms and any applicable additional terms as between creator and Roblox or creator and users. Creator retains all copyrights that creator may hold in any UGC that creator has ever created or will create, whether alone or with others, and publishers or makes available on the services, excluding any non-UGC Roblox IP that may be contained therein. 2. Roblox license to UGC in consideration for the use of services and creative potential, and Roblox creator grants in Roblox perpetual worldwide non-exclusive royalty-free right a license with the right sub-license to any person or entity, including without limitation other users and creators to host, store, transfer, translate, run, localize, publish, publicly, display, publicly perform, including by means of a digital audio transmissions on a through to the audience spaces, reproduce, including in time synchronization to visualized image or visual images, modify, adapt, create derivative works of, enhance, distribute, and use for any business purpose related to the services, including in connection with operating, providing, publicizing, or improving services or Roblox, including without limitation in connection with the training, development, and use of machine learning and related models, any UGC, and any interaction data on the services, including inputs and outputs in studio relating to creating and modifying such UGC in whole or in part, including any incorporated or associated trademarks and underlying source code and scripts, and that creator publishes or makes available on through the services. Notwithstanding the above, creator also grants to Roblox exclusive, worldwide, irreversible, perpetual, fully paid, sub-licensable right to apply creators UGC to a classic avatar or modified class of avatar, whether on or off the services provided. However, that Roblox off services right specifically excludes the right to apply A, shirts, pants, or t-shirts designed by a creator, excluding any Roblox IP that may be contained therein. B, trademarks owned by, controlled by a creator, or free copyrighted material owned by, controlled by a creator that has been published outside of the services prior of the time that is published by a creator, and the services subject to rights and licenses granted here. Then, to the extent that a creator has or obtains any right, title, or interest in the modified class of avatar, creator hereby irreversibly assigns to Roblox all such right, title, and interest. This assignment includes all intellectual property rights and other property rights herein, including rights in any licenses such as that such creator may have granted. It also includes rights in any modified class of avatars developed under prior version of the Roblox terms. Notwithstanding with foregoing, Roblox may, in its sole discretion, permit a creator who has customized a class of avatar or modified class of avatar so that it no longer appears similar to a class of avatar or modified class of avatar or any derivatives thereof. All is determined by Roblox in its sole discretion to receive all right, title, and interest in such customized class of avatar or modified class of avatar, subject to creator granting Roblox to perpetual, worldwide, non-exclusive, royalty-free, and license discussed in this section. Creator also agrees that to make its UGC available in any media channel of distribution now known or hereafter developed in connection with the publicity and marketing of the services of Roblox as permitted here. Then, even if a creator has exercised to a right to be forgotten under the GDPR or equivalent right under other privacy laws or the foregoing paragraphs in this section, collectively the UGC license. Roblox's right to market and advertise the services or Roblox is using creators UGC exclusively modified class of avatars and clearly use will not include using such UGC in marketing and advertising that is focused solely on promoting creators UGC as reasonably determined by Roblox as part of the services without creators approval. Roblox can generally reference as determined by Roblox in its sole discretion creators UGC with other UGC or material and without creators approval to promote, market, or advertise the services of Roblox. Roblox may also use creators UGC for non-commercial and educational uses to promote the services, and Roblox will reasonably determine whether a use is non-commercial or educational other than the potential to earn Robux. Roblox is not required to give creator any attribution or compensation for any reason, nor is Roblox required to use the license creator grants in this section or exploit any of the rights granted herein. Creator retains the right to delete or update or any or all content within an experience at any time at a creator's discretion, and creator will delete or update such content if required by law, provided that regardless of any such update or deletion having occurred, and regardless of any termination of these creator terms or termination or suspension of creators account 1, except where no longer possible due to the deletion of experienced virtual content created by creator, which was validly purchased or otherwise validly obtained by a user, may continue to be accessed and used by such user indefinitely, or in the case of UGC subscriptions, for the duration of the purchase subscription period in accordance with and subject to the terms and policies of the services. And 2, Roblox rights to use any UGC or other content that is already in use by Roblox pursuant to a license or otherwise in accordance with these Roblox terms or otherwise in use by Roblox as part of an ancillary use shall continue perpetuate. I don't know. In addition to Roblox's right to grant sub-licenses for creators, UGC creator, when publishing certain UGC onto the service, may be asked if a creator would like to share such directly with creators. Creator is not required to do so, but creator does agree to grant this right. Then other users may use creators' UGC to create their own experiences and other UGC on the services without any further obligation to creator. Where creators' virtual content is sold or otherwise provided to a user creator that agrees that, pursuant to the rights granted to Roblox herein, and regardless of whether the virtual content was sold or provided by creator to the user, Roblox may allow the user to continue to access and use such virtual content indefinitely in accordance with and subject to the Roblox terms, even if the virtual content is no longer otherwise accessible on the services. Roblox rights under this UGC license shall especially survive if creator's account is terminated due to the creator's breach of violation of these creator terms or any Roblox terms free Through to the audience rights, the rights creators grants in these creations are provided on the free to the audience basis, meaning that the owners or operators of a third-party services won't have separate liability. Creator or anyone else for UGC that creator has made available on the services are used on third-party services via Roblox services. For authorization to publish UGC, the services creator must not publish or otherwise make any UGC available on the services. A creator is not the owner of or is not fully authorized to grant rights in all parts of that UGC without limiting creators' obligations under Section 9 of this creator terms and all obligations set forth in Roblox terms. Creator agrees to pay all amounts owed to any person as a result of creator publishing, making UGC available on all services. 5. Suspension of UGC availability. Roblox may, in its sole discretion, suspend availability or delete any or other content on the services at any time, at any period of time, including in perpetuity, without notice of such UGC or other content violates any law or intellectual property rights or principles or any guidelines or policies associated with the services, or if Roblox determines at its sole discretion that UGC isn't or may cause harm to users, the services, or Roblox reputation. Roblox is and shall be under no obligation of any kind to creator for suspending any UGC in accordance with this section. 6. Limitations of use of UGC notwithstanding creators' ownership of UGC over their modified classic avatars and the right to apply virtual content over UGC, the classic avatars and the modified classic avatars as set forth above, and without limiting any other limitations set forth herein. The creator shall in no event use creators' UGC in any medium format including on or off the services. 8. In a manner that is offensive, inflammatory, sexually explicit, or otherwise objectionable in each case as determined by Roblox and its discretion. B. In connection with false, defamatory, libelous, or slanderous statements concerning Roblox. Or C. In a manner that is intended or reasonably likely to suggest or imply that creators are affiliated with Roblox, or that Roblox endorses creator or its use of applicable UGC. 7. Are we nearly done? Infringement. DMCA. Roblox fosters creativity and respects and the intellectual property rights of others, including creators, any copyright owner, or an agent of a copyright or trademark owner, including other creators who are owners or agents of copyright or trademark owner, believes that any content of the service, including UGC, infringes upon its copyrights or trademarks. Any submit a notification pursuant to the reporting process outlined in Section C6D of the user terms are referred to this throughout the Roblox terms. Roblox, in appropriate circumstances, may terminate the accounts of use or creators who Roblox determines in its sole discretion or repeat infringements as contemplated by the DMCA. Communities. We still recording? Yeah. Imagine if I wasn't. Communities. Number 3. Definitions. 1. Community. For purposes of the Roblox terms, a community exists where creators have joined together for the purpose of releasing experience or other virtual content for the services. For corporate accounts, the company or other legal entity named on the account is considered a community. 2. Owner. Each community must select an owner who shall be the individual or entity that controls the email address used to register the community on the services to act on behalf of the community. The owner is in sole discretion may choose to transfer ownership of the community at any time to a new owner, provided, however, that only one individual entity may be the owner of a community at a time. If an owner account is terminated I don't know, to these created terms, the Roblox terms are other applicable. Additional terms. Roblox may, in its sole discretion, designate another owner of the community, provided, however, that nothing will obligate Roblox to do so. If Roblox, in its sole discretion, determines to terminate a community. B. Rights and authority. By participating in a community, each community grants the owner as such owner may charge over time and the sole and exclusive authority to act on their behalf to 1. Authorize Roblox use of UGC created by the community set forth in these created terms or pursuant to any agreement entered in between the owner and Roblox. 2. Receive payment for any activities undertaken or UGC sold by the community or on or through the services. Community members hereby waive any claims that may have against Roblox for any payments made to an owner by Roblox on behalf of the community, and the community members may agree to seek recovery of such payments solely from the community owner. The authority granted to a community's owner may be modified separate agreement amongst the community members, except as may be provided by law. Any duty of accounting between the community owner and community members will arise solely pursuant to a written agreement among the community, and Roblox will not be bound by any such agreement. For Roblox creator economics, I don't know. Roblox license to Roblox creates license to Roblox in connection with the services set forth in section for the user terms. Earning Robux. Roblox allows creators to earn Robux by selling and monetizing certain UGC, including virtual content and access to experiences they create on the services that earn Robux only include Robux you have earned in complete compliance with Roblox. Typically used, which include the Roblox community standards for the services from the direct sale or other monetization, e.g. BP, or of virtual content of over UGC that you create either alone or with a community on the surface of Roblox, awarded by Roblox in designated promotional campaigns. This includes but is not limited to Roblox earned from 1. Earnings from your listings in Marketplace or Creator Store, engagement-based payouts, in-experience purchases of virtual products, ad revenue, and purpose-for program affiliate sales fees. Robux acquired in ways other than monetization of compliant virtual content you created, such as Robux obtained from a membership plan or referral bonus, or purchase of Robux or a gift card, or trading/selling virtual goods that you did not create, are not considered earned Robux. This includes, but is not limited to, Robux obtained from a gift card, redemption, or direct Robux purchase, a monthly Robux grant as part of a premium membership, trading and resale of virtual products, passes sold for template experiences with no legitimate user visits, violative content that was moderated, determination of whether Robux are earned. Robux resides solely in Robux's discretion. For more information on monetizing UGC, please read the development guides here. B. By selling UGC, Roblox allows creators to sell 1. Access to experiences, 2. Virtual content, and 3. Of UGC they create on the services subject to the following Robux allocation roles. There are 3 roles involved in the sale of all UGC except 2D virtual items, also known as casual clothing on the services. Each role may be entitled to a share of the Robux generated from a applicable sale. Robux allocation creator. The creator is the user or community that is created by UGC being sold, seller / distributor. The distributor is 1. The creator if the item is sold in an experience the creator is also created. 2. Another creator on the services if the item is sold in an experience the creator did not create. Or 3. Roblox if the item is sold on a marketplace platform, the platform is always Roblox. The above Roblox allocation does not apply for any to the sale of classic clothing, which consists of pants, t-shirts, and t-shirts. For any classic clothing sold in the marketplace, the Roblox allocation is split between the creator and the platform. 2. Changes to Roblox allocation. Roblox may at any time upon notice to creator via any reasonable means, A. Change the Robux allocation, and or B. Introduce features allowing certain elements of the Robux allocation to be customized by those involved in a given sale. 3. Creator responsibility for sales on services. Creator acknowledges that Robux may, on a creator's behalf, display and host experiences virtual content over UGC created by creator to be enjoyed by other users on the services. When a creator receives Robux in connection with the sale of UGC to a user through the services, the transaction is between the creator and the user. Roblox or facilities by providing the services if in connection with a dispute. Roblox returns Robux or real money to a user or another creator for any UGC for which a creator received Robux. Roblox reserves the right to deduct or withhold an equivalent amount of Robux from such a creator. 4. Random virtual items. Depending on user location, creator may choose to provide experiences that permit users to acquire random virtual items either with Robux or otherwise each a random virtual item. If a creator provides the opportunity for a user to receive a random virtual item, creator must let users know all odds of acquiring each type of random virtual item available before a user engages in the transaction to acquire a random virtual item. By the way of example, only if the creator's experience allows a user to acquire a virtual marble that the user can throw them throw it into a fountain to receive a random virtual item. The creator must disclose the odds of the user receiving each type of random virtual item before the user throws the marble into the fountain. Developer exchange program Roblox allows certain creators who satisfy specific criteria and accept the terms and conditions set forth in the DevX program published here. DevX terms to participate in the developer exchange program. DevX program, while any creator can use the services to learn code, create experiences or items to enjoy with their friends, and even earn some Robux. Only successful creators will be able to meet the high requirements described in the DevX terms to earn money through DevX. Reaching this level of success typically requires a lot of time, effort, skill, and strategy. Even then, there is no guarantee of earning money, subject to certain requirements and policies and limitations that Roblox establishes in its sole discretion. Creators participating in the DevX program may exchange earned Robux for a payment of real money, an amount determined by Roblox at its sole discretion. The exchange rate and the general requirements, policies, and limitations of DevX terms. EBP or premium payouts. EBP or premium payouts is a program which certain eligible creators can generate additional earned Robux based on how engaging their experience is. The EBP or premium payouts, the program may be modified, terminated by Roblox at any time at its sole discretion with no obligation to any creators. Because of such termination, modification, more detailed information on the EBP program can be found here. Disclaimer: developing experiences or UGC that users will enjoy to spend time in is difficult and can take a lot of time. Roblox makes no promises our creators' experience or UGC will be successful in developing a large audience, or that time, effort, and expense that a creator expends developing advertising or operating an experience will be financially successful. 5. Music on Roblox. A. Licensed music. Roblox may choose to make sound recordings and the musical works contained therein, as well as sound effects, licensed music available for creators to use in creator experiences or other UGC. Creators' use of the licensed music is subject to the following license. Roblox grants creator 1 an non-exclusive personal limit, reversible, non-transferable license only to synchronize licensed music into experience over UGC will license music solely by and through the services and only during the period when Roblox makes such licensed music available, and 2, the right to play, listen, and interact with UGC with licensed music, but only on the services and only during the period when Roblox makes such licensed music available. Creator is not required to provide attribution for licensed music used by creator in any experience or UGC, but creator may do so at creator's discretion. For example, if Roblox identifies the owner of licensed music as APM Music, creator can message the licensed music as provided courtesy of APM Music. Revocation, loss of license. As licensed music is licensed by Roblox for third parties, creators' rights to use licensed music are revocable at any time for any or no reason. Roblox sole discretion without any liability. Creator, if Roblox revokes creator's right to use licensed music for any reason, creator agrees to immediately A, remove such licensed music from creator's experience or any or other UGC, and B, cease all use of such licensed music on the services. Roblox will try to provide creator with advance notice before revoking any user's rights to licensed music, but Roblox reserves the right to do so with no advance notice. Roblox further notice reserves the right to remove any experience or other UGC with licensed music from the services at any time in its sole discretion and without any liability to creator. Additionally, Roblox can revoke creators' license rights to all or part of their licensed music with or without notice, without any liability to creator. If Roblox determines that creators use such licensed music may violate any Roblox terms, guidelines, or policies. X, if Roblox otherwise determines that such licensed music may harm the services or Roblox reputation. Y, if Roblox is required to remove such licensed music used from the services by the copyright owner or administrator thereof. Or Z, if the licensed music is no longer available for distribution on the service. 3, 250 track limit, notwithstanding with foregoing, creator may not use the licensed music to create a streaming service or music library within an experience or other UGC, nor may a creator charge users to listen to a specific track of the licensed music. Creator has the right to play and have played up to 250 distinct tracks of licensed music at any one time in a single experience or other UGC with licensed music. Creator can replace existing tracks of licensed music in an experience or other UGC with new tracks at any time, provided that at any one time there are no more than 250 tracks in such experience or UGC with licensed music. 4, synchronization of the licensed music. Creator may synchronize the licensed music into experience without limiting with the foregoing. Creator may use a portion of the track of licensed music or sample portions of licensed music used on the services. Creator may only use licensed music on the services. Creator agrees that will not export, extract, download, or provide a way for anyone else to export, extract, or download the licensed music for use anywhere outside the services. B. Music written / owned by creator. The following applies to musical works written by otherwise owned by creator and or others who with whom creator has collaborated on such musical works that creator publishes or attempts to publish for use on the services. Creator as sole composer. If the creator is a sole composer or writer of musical work that creator publishes on the services, that creator is affiliated with a performing rights organization pro that represents a musical work, then creator must notify Creators Pro in writing of the royalty-free license that creator grants to Roblox through these creator terms. Creator is responsible for complying with Creators Pro reporting obligations. Creator as non-sole composer. If creator is not the sole composer and / or writer of a musical work that creator publishes on the services, and creator and or co-composers or co-writers is affiliated with pro that represents a musical work, creator is responsible for ensuring that all co-composers and or co-writers also notify their respective pros in writing, and creator must have written proof of co-composers and or co-writers' approval to publish, and the use of musical work on the service is free. Assignment to music publisher. If a creator has assigned creators' rights in to a musical work to a music publisher, then creator must obtain that music publisher's written consent to operation to grant the royalty-free licenses outlined in these creator terms. For record label. If creator is recording artists in the contract with a record label, then creator is responsible for making sure that creators' use of the services complies with the obligations that creator has to creators record label. Remember, just because creator wrote a musical work or performed a sound recording does not mean creator has the right to let Roblox use their sound recordings. 5. If creator owns the rights in and to a sound recording but is not authorized to license the sound recording or the underlying musical works embodied in those sound recordings, then creator must not upload or otherwise make those sound recordings available on the services. 6. Representations and warranties. If creator uploads, synchronizes, or otherwise uses a sound recording and / or musical work, creator represents and warrants that A. Creator possesses all necessary rights needed to upload, synchronize, and otherwise use the sound recordings and or the musical works on the services. B. Creator fully owns and administers the worldwide rights into the sound recordings and or the musical works uploaded on the services. And C. That such sound recordings and or musical works are completely original, and that the publishing, upload, distribution, and use of sound recordings and or musical works on the services will not infringe upon the rights of any third party, include but not limited to trademark, copyright, or any intellectual property rights, including without limitation a pro record label, a music publisher, a union of or guild. Oh my fucking god. This should be done. Alright, 7. Clearances, payments. Creator is solely responsible for any necessary clearances and payments of any nature that may arise in connection with the use and synchronization of their original sound recordings and or musical works on the services, including without limitation and all distribution rights, mechanical rights, public performance rights, synchronization rights, and or any other rights that may be claimed by a third party. Creator is also solely responsible for any union, new, use, or reuse fees pursuant to the rules and regulation of any applicable union or guild agreements in connection with the publishing, upload, distribution, synchronization, and other uses in the sound recordings and or musical works on the services. 6. Restriction of use. In addition to any other restrictions set forth in the user terms, including Section 8B of the user terms of any Roblox terms, creator will not take any action in violation of these created terms, including as set forth in this section, and creators may create experience rules. Experience rules are optional and acted and enforced at the discretion of the creator's experience. Creator experience rules may augment argument, but may never conflict with Roblox terms of use, Roblox community standards, or any other Roblox terms, experience rules, and any consequences for violating them must be clearly and conspicuously posted within an experience. See here for additional information about experience rules. If we find an experience in which a significant portion of users are egregiously violating the Roblox terms, Roblox reserves the right in its sole discretion to moderate the experience if the creator does not take reasonable action to limit the violative behavior. If Roblox determines in its sole discretion that a creator has violated the Roblox terms in their application and or administration of their experience rules, Roblox reserves the right in its sole discretion to moderate the creator. Roblox wants all creators to develop their own ideas unless creator has an express written permission or a written license from the content creator to do so. Creator must not copy or make any modifications to someone else's item, content, or UGC and publish it as a creator's own content. Roblox reserves the right to take any action against creator for any improper copying of content, including the suspension or termination of a creator's account. Number 7, disputes. There's so much fucking more. Look at this. There's so much. I hate my life. Where were we? Disputes. We're here. There's so much more to this, man. Between creators on Roblox, disputes between creators on Roblox shall be handled accordingly to Section 11 of the user terms. Between creators and the users, or between creators, issues with UGC creators are responsible for handling all issues, including user complaints relating to their experiences, including violations of experience rules, virtual content, and other UGC published on the services in quick and professional manner. Return of Robux. If a creator is acquired, earn Robux in connection with an experience virtual content over UGC went to a user complaint regarding that experience virtual content or the UGC Roblox returns Robux to a user. Roblox has the right to deduct or withhold the equivalent amount of earned Robux from such creator. Disputes with creators or users. If a creator has a dispute with another creator or user is prior to commencing any litigation, a creator must first engage in mediation with a recognized mediator or mediation service. Mediation, where is it? Meditations, where is that? Disputes with creator, the creator or user provided to commence any litigation. Creator must first engage in meditation with a recognized meditator or meditation service to try and immediately resolve the dispute. Such meditation, subscribe. Requirement does not apply to disputes related to intellectual property. Takedown reports submitted under Section 6 of the user terms of Roblox reserves the right in its sole discretion to resolve any dispute between creators or between creators and users. Such resolution may result in suspension of creators' account and or any other action promoted by law, including but not limited to the recovery of civil or criminal penalties. Escalation to Roblox, notwithstanding the terms set forth in this section, users can escalate to Roblox, notwithstanding the terms set forth in this section, users can escalate Roblox disputes with creators as further described in Section 10C of the user terms of Roblox. Chooses to act in any dispute between a user and creator or between creators, user and creator each agree that Roblox decision, which may include deducting Robux from a creator and crediting Robux to the user, shall be final, and 2 each will accept the final decision. Creator further agrees to work with Roblox in a timely manner to resolve all issues and acknowledges that failure to do so shall be a violation of these creator terms. 8. Representations and warranties. The creator is responsible for creator UGC and represents and warranties that a creator is the creator of and owner of or has the necessary rights and permission to grant Roblox and the rights and license in Section 2B creators UGC, and the use of creators UGC is described in these creator terms does not and will not infringe or violate or misappropriate any third-party right to slander, defame, libel, or invade the right of privacy, publicity, or any other property rights or any other person require Roblox to get licenses from, pay compensation, or provide attribution to any third parties. 4. Result in a breach of contract between creator and the third party. Or 5. Cause Roblox to violate any law or regulation. And C. Creator will comply with all applicable laws, rules, and regulations and the Roblox terms, including without limitation these creator terms and creators' use of the services. Another water drink. Ugh. 9. Indemnification. Creator agrees to be responsible for creator's use of the services and to defend and indemnify Roblox and the affiliated parties from and against every claim, liability, damage, loss, and expense, including reasonable attorney's fees and costs arising out of or in any way connected with A. Creator's access to, use of, or alleged use of services. B. Creator's violation of I. Any part of Roblox terms, including these creator terms. 2. Any representation, warranty, or agreement referencing these creator terms are 3. Any applicable law, regulation. C. Creator's violation of any third-party right, including any intellectual property, publicity, privacy, or property right, or confidential obligation. Or D. Any dispute issue between creator and any third-party. Roblox reserves a right at Roblox own cost to take on the exclusive defense and control of any matter subject to indemnification by creator without limiting creator's indemnification obligations with respect to that matter, and in that case, creator agrees to cooperate with Roblox's defense of that claim. 10. Limitation of liability. In no event will the affiliated parties be liable In no event will the affiliated parties be liable to the creator for any indirect, incidental, special, consequential, or permanent damages, including damages for loss or profits, goodwill, any other intangible loss, whatever based on warranty, contract, tort, including negligence, statute, or other legal theory, and wherever or not Roblox has been informed of the possibility of damage. The aggregate liability of the affiliated parties to creator for all claims, including warranty claims or causes of action, is limited to I. The total amount paid or payable by Roblox to creator under this agreement for the 12-month period preceding the time within which creator notifies Roblox of a claim, or 2, to the extent that Roblox has not paid creator anything in the 12-month period preceding the time within which creator notifies Roblox of a claim, $1,000 USD. 11. To privacy. Your data that you as a creator provide to Roblox through the services is subject to the Roblox privacy policy incorporated by reference here, and additionally, depending on which tools or software you use on the services to create experiences, UGC may be subject to additional terms, including without limitation to Roblox biometric privacy policy and the Roblox facial animation privacy notice. Experience data for each experience created by a creator and the subject to the provisions of the Roblox privacy policy. Creator and Roblox shall both have the right to use the data related to or obtained in connection with that experience for their representative legitimate business purposes to support the experiences and for business analytics, such as 1, for the improvement and development of the experience, 2, to comply with applicable laws, including law enforcement requests, 3, to ensure the security of the experience, and 4, to prevent fraud or mitigate risk. Creator agrees that except as expressly set forth in these creator terms, creator will not use or disclose any user data to any third party. C. User personal data or personal information, if and to the extent a creator receives any user personal information, user PII. The creator will not use user PLI to provide services to any third party free to build, help build, track, or supplement any segments, profiles, or similar records or on any individual user device or browser across the services or any third-party websites or platforms free to associate the behavior of any individual device or browser with any segment, profile, or similar record, or supplement any such record based on data of users. 4, to associate any data of users with any other personal information of the user. Or 5, for any unauthorized purpose in violation of any applicable law, including applicable privacy laws, or for any unauthorized purpose. Additionally, the creator shall be prohibited by selling, disclosing, sharing, renting, leasing, syndicating, modifying, reverse engineering, compiling, lending, or otherwise alerting any user California Consumer Privacy Act. Creators shall not knowingly sell any personal information as that term is defined by the California Consumer Privacy Act of 2018 as amended as belonging to a user, and both Roblox and creator have taken and will continue to take all reasonable measures to protect such personal information under their control or in their possession from unauthorized access by third parties. Miscellaneous. Content labels. The services display a content maturity label and certain other descriptors about an experience as described in the content labels, which are incorporated herein by reference. Creator represents and warrants that it will provide accurate, complete, and up-to-date information in any maturity and compliance questionnaire it submits to Roblox. Roblox reserves the rights to modify content labels and descriptors from time to time in its sole discretion. Roblox does not warrant the accuracy of the guidelines or descriptors. Creator acknowledges and agrees that Roblox is not responsible for accuracy, completeness, validity, or quality of any content maturity labels or descriptors. Creator further acknowledges that it is not entitled to any particular rating. Nothing herein or in the content labels is intended to control or dictate the content of creator's experience for which creator is solely responsible. B. As is. The services are provided as is, and section 13 of the user terms is incorporated herein by reference. C. Survival. Any part of these creator terms which by their nature should survive. Termination will survive, including sections 2B, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12A. Appendix A. China. Purchase of China UGC. China UGC. From time to time, content including experiences, virtual islands, and experience islands created by China creators that use Luban Studio and the People's Republic of China, including for the purpose of these Roblox terms to Hong Kong and Macau special administrative regions and Taiwan PRC may be available for purchase by user on the services China UGC. Such China UGC will be specifically identified on the platform. China UGC is published on the platform and services by Roblox rather than the China creators themselves. As a result, when user purchases or acquires China UGC, some aspects are different from when a user purchases or other UGC. Additionally, although Roblox shall be deemed to be the creator in respect of old China UGC, and Roblox provides virtual items, Roblox has made it special contractual arrangements such that if user has any problems or concerns regarding the purchase of any China UGC, user should first contact the applicable China creator to attempt in good faith to resolve the issues. If user is not able to resolve any such complaints or issues with the China creator, then user may escalate to Roblox support. User agrees that if Roblox takes action to resolve any complaints or issues, Roblox decision is final, and user agrees to abide by that decision. Is it fucking... Oh my god. 2. Creator UGC on Lubelisi game. Option to distribute. Creators China UGC in the Lubelisi game. From time to time, creator may be given the opportunity to make creators' experiences and virtual content available to players. China players of the version of platform services published and operated in the PRC Lubelisi game by Shenzhen Tencent Company Systems Company Limited. The China publisher publishing creators' experience and virtual content on the Lubelisi game will be completely at creator's option, and creator has no obligation to do so. Experiences and virtual content and creator chooses to make available to China players. Creators China UGC will be subject to review in accordance with the review of China Creators China UGC subsection below. To the extent made available in this Lubelisi game, Creators China UGC will be deemed published by the China publisher. If a China player purchases a Creators China UGC, creator may be eligible to earn Robux from Roblox in accordance with the earnings Roblox for Creators China UGC subsection below. However, The purchase of Creators China UGC by a China player will not establish any form of contractual relationship between the creator and that China player. Rather, Creators China UGC will be sub-licensed to the China player by the China publisher. Sections 2B and 4 of the creator terms shall not apply to Creators China UGC to the extent that they are inconsistent with the subsections license of Creators China UGC and earning Robux for Creators China UGC. Requirements for distributing China's Creator China UGC on the Lobbying game. In order to make a Creators China UGC available to China players and Lobbying games, creators must have registered real name, verified account with China publisher as required by PRC laws and regulations, and accepted the terms of UGC submission to Lubisu game, China game, UGC submission terms, free submission of Creators China. UGC creator may use the services to submit Creators China UGC to the China publisher for possible inclusion in the Lobizly game in accordance with the China game UGC submission terms. All submissions of Creators China UGC for such inclusion are subject to Roblox's its licenses on the China publishers together reviewing entities review process the China UGC requirements and policies to set out on the forms operated by the reviewing entities for creators for license of Creators China UGC. Creator retains all copyrights that creator may hold in Creators China UGC. Creator hereby grants and hereby to grant that to Roblox a perpetual and reversal worldwide non-exclusive royalty-free transferable license where power to sub-license for multiple levels to any personal entity including but not limited to the China publisher in respect of China Creators China UGC in a whole or part to a license of Creators China UGC. Creator retains all copyrights that creator may hold in a Creators China UGC. Creator hereby grants and agrees to grant to a Roblox perpetual, irreversible, worldwide, non-exclusive, royalty-free, transferable license for a power to sub-license through multiple levels to any personal entity, including but not limited to the China publisher in respect to Creators China UGC in a whole or in part to be used. Creators China UGC is an associate using publicize or market the services or basically game any UGC intangible items related to the services of Lubusi game in any media channel of distribution now known as hereafter in develop in connection with the publicity and marketing of the service of Roblox or the Lubusi game if creators exercise the right to be forgiven under the GDPR or equivalent right under other privacy laws. Roblox right to market and advertise the services of Roblox using Creator China's UGC will not include using Creator China's UGC in marketing and advertising that is focused solely on promoting Creators China's UGC is reasonably determined by Roblox as part of the services without Creators' approval. But Roblox can generally reference as determined by Roblox Creators China's UGC with other UGC or material and without Creators' approval to promote, market, or advertise the services. The Lubusi game or Roblox may also use Creators China UGC for non-commercial and educational uses to promote and the services or the Lubusi game and Roblox will reasonably determine whether a use is non-commercial or educational. 5. Through to the audience rights, all of the rights creator grants and the Roblox terms are provided on a free to the audience basis, meaning that Roblox its licenses are trying to publisher owners or operators of third-party services will not have any separate liability. Creator or any third-party free UGC that creator makes available on such third-party services via the service on the Lubusi game UGC requirements. In addition to creators of compliance with these Roblox terms, including without limitation, Section 5 and 8 of the creator terms, each item of the Creators China UGC that creator submits must comply with PRC laws and regulations and the China UGC submission checklist. Document the China UGC requirements review of the China's UGC reviewing an entity. The China's UGC and reviewing entity may review, filter, and modify UGC as it seems to fit before the China publisher determines whether to distribute Creators China UGC to any China player for publication of the Lubusi game. In its sole discretion, the reviewing entity's review and the Chinese publisher's determination with regard to publication shall be final. 8. No obligation to distribute Creators China UGC for the avoidance of doubt. Neither Roblox or its licensees have any obligation to permit distribute by China publisher of any of Creators China UGC of the Lubusi game, and the China publisher has no obligation to publish any Creators China UGC on the Lubusi game. 9. Filtering Creators China UDC in event of any change in applicable law, regulations, China UDC requirements, rules, policies, or any reason, the reviewing entities shall not have the absolute discretion to A. modify, filter, publish creators China UDC and the boost again, and or B. suspend or terminate distribution and publication of any creators China's UGC on the Lubusi game in whole or in part any time. Reviewing entity may contact creator in connection with any action taken in accordance with this section, and creator may be given an opportunity to remedy or amend creator time UGC to resubmit it for publication. Earning Robux for creators trying to UGC. Creator may earn Robux for Roblox in connection with the purchase of creators China UDC, but China players on the Lubusi game, these Robux shall be calculated in accordance with their DevX terms. Group China UDC, the owner of the group, also has authorities to elect whether or not to accept the opportunity to make UDC created by the group available in the Lubusi game for purchase by China players in accordance with these Roblox terms. And Section 3 of the created terms shall continue to apply for avoidance of doubt. Robux earned by Group UGC shall be generated in accordance with the DevX terms. Appendix B, Japan. How much left? Oh my fucking god. Alright, we're nearly done, actually. We're nearly done, actually. Okay. Where are we? I forgot. Japan. Alright. Assignment and assumption. Effective as March 31st, 2021. The effective date as of all rights, duties, interest, claims, and obligations of Roblox Corporation is an issuer of Robux reversing prior to or after the effective date in connection with using in Japan are agreed to transfer and assigned to and some by Roblox Geno Kasha Roblox Japan by using the services user consents and approves the said transfer and assignment on or after the effective date. Roblox Japan should be deemed as the issuer of Robux to users in Japan. 2. Characteristics of Robux. In Japan, Robux can only be used for purchasing the services which Robux provides on the platform in relation to any virtual items, experiences, and other things created by creators. Each creator item user may use Robux to purchase Robux services to make a creator item available on the platform, provided that the creator will be solely responsible for the creator item. The Robux terms, including but not limited to Section 4B of the creator terms, shall be interpreted to reflect the aforesaid principle. Free earned Robux and the DevX program. If a creator is allowed to participate in the DevX program and earn Robux in the DevX program, then the creator may exchange earned Robux for tokens as provided in Section 4C of the creator terms. It should be noted that earned Robux are different from Roblox as issued by Roblox Japan in terms of the fact that Section 4C of the creator terms only apply to earn Robux for receiving payments through the services, notwithstanding anything to the contrary as provided in the Roblox terms, including but not limited to Sections 4A and 4B of the creator terms. Payments by the user for creator items shall be made to Roblox in consideration of Roblox services to make the creator item available to the user on the platform, provided that the creator assumes any and all responsibilities for the creator item as through Roblox is acting solely as a facilitator, providing a creator and the user with the services. Roblox will make any payments to the creator in accordance with Section 4 of the creator terms, and the share of Robux allocated to Roblox shall be interpreted to constitute Roblox commission from those payments for providing the services. Certain aspects of customer service moderation and other services. 5. Jurisdiction. If you're an individual, excluding one who accepts the Roblox terms as a business or as a person's property, Section 12B of the user terms will not apply insofar as it is considered to be prejudice your interest unilaterally in violation of Article 10 of the Consumer Contract Act. 6. Limitation of liability. If you are an individual, excluding one who accepts the Roblox terms as a business or for business purposes, the phrase "to the maximum extent permitted by applicable laws" provided in Section 13B and 13C and Section 14 of the user terms shall be interpreted to mean unless we are held liable due to our intentional act or gross negligence. 7. Priority. If there is any inconsistency or conflict between the Roblox terms and the supplemental provisions, and the supplemental provisions shall prevail. 8. Pricing and tax. When you purchase Robux Roblox Premium memberships and paid access and local currency expenses on Roblox.com. Roblox Japan is merchant of record. The price payable is the price indicated at the time of purchase, and it includes applicable Japanese consumption tax that Roblox Japan assesses on your purchase unless otherwise indicated at the time of purchase. Appendix C, European Union, European Economic Area in the UK. Priority. If there is any inconsistency or conflict between the Roblox terms and the supplemental provisions, the supplemental provisions shall prevail. 2. Legal agreement. Notwithstanding anything to the contrary in the Roblox terms, users' agreement to the Roblox terms is signified by registering on the platform. User can register to the platform by providing their date of birth, choosing a username and a password by clicking on sign up. User can modify registration information via account settings at any time. User can access and download Roblox terms here unless otherwise agreed upon. User can terminate the agreements concluded with Roblox regarding the use of the services at any time. Effective date of the termination depends on the selected services. Free purchase of Robux and virtual items. User may have ability to purchase virtual content in the services using Robux. User can purchase Robux against the display price within the services. When the user selects one of the available amounts of Robux, user will be asked to complete the purchase within user account and to select one of the available payment methods. Currently, Roblox offers payment via debit, credit card, PayPal, gift cards for Roblox's browser app, Google Play, iTunes, Amazon for Roblox mobile apps, as well as in-app purchases for Roblox's Xbox One app. In Roblox reasonable discretion, Roblox may amend the available payment methods from time to time. The purchase contract will be concluded at the moment where a user clicks on the Pay Now button or similarly designated purchase button and the transaction is successfully completed. As a deviation from the Roblox terms, in particular from Section 4A of the user terms and Section 4 of the creator terms, there will be a contractual relationship between creators and Roblox. There will not be a direct contractual relation between creators and usually if you acquire virtual content and other things against payment of Robux, such acquisitions shall always be concluded between you and Roblox, and creators shall always act on behalf of Roblox. For absolute right in Roblox as a deviation from Section 3E of the user terms, an exception in connection with user violation of a Roblox guideline of our policy or user's breach of any Roblox terms. Roblox may exercise Roblox absolute right in Roblox's reasonable discretion only with the effects for the future, i.e. no effect in Roblox user already valid the holds and without effect to any notice, refund, compensation, or liability. Roblox may have to user under the Appendix C or binding applicable law. The remaining provisions of Section 3E of the user term shall remain unaffected. 5. DevX. As a deviation from Section 4C of the creator terms, user may redeem Robux for real currency based upon an exchange rate determined by Roblox and potentially amended from time to time based upon requirements, procedures, and limitations are established by Roblox and Roblox's reasonable discretion with effect for the future, e.g. to compensate for inflationary fluctuations. The current exchange rate and the general requirements, policies, and limitations of DevX programming are published here. 6. Users' statutory rights and refundability of payments. If the services do not function properly or are not described or are not in conformity with the user agreement of Roblox, you may have additional statutory rights and remedies. Nothing in Roblox terms shall limit any statutory rights to refund users may have under applicable law. 7. Limitation of liability. Sections 13b -c and 14 of the user terms and the section 10 of the creator terms do not apply. In addition, limitation of liability style in 2G, 3C, and E, 4D, 6B, 9B, C, 13A, and the user terms and 5A2 of the creator terms should not be applied. Instead, Roblox shouldn't be liable for damages exclusively. According to this clause, Roblox's liability, it's unlimited for damages arising out of death, injury to blood, or death, or health, based on a breach conducted by a legal representative or designated agent of Roblox, as well as for damages arising from the lack of a guaranteed characteristic or in case of fraudulent intent. B. Roblox's liability to unlimited is unlimited for damages caused by Roblox, a legal representative of Roblox, or designated agent of Roblox by intent or gross negligence in case of a slight negligent breach of a contractual court duty. Roblox shall, except in the cases set out in Section 7A, B, and D of this Appendix C, can be liable to the amount of the typically foreseeable damage. Contractual court duties abstractly are such duties whose accomplishment enables proper fulfillment of the contract in the first place, and whose fulfillment a contractual party regularly may rely on. D. Liability pursuant to mandatory applicable law remains ineffective. The limitation period for claims for damages shall be 1 year, except in case of Section 7A, B, and D of this Appendix C, where the statute of limitations shall apply. Oh my fucking lord. A. Governing law jurisdiction venue as a deviation from Section 12 of the user terms to the extent that mandatory law of a user's place of residence is more favorable than California law. The law of the user's place of residence shall apply to the extent that an agreement between Roblox and the user is considered a consumer contract in the meaning of R17 Regulation EU 1215/2012. The choice of jurisdiction and venue pursuant to Section 12 of the user term shall not apply. 9. Resolution arbitration of disputes. If user is a consumer, i.e. an individual who in contracting with Roblox is acting for purposes which are outside user's trade, business, or craft or profession, Section 11b and c of the user terms shall not apply, and Section 10 and 11a of the user terms and 7b of the credit terms should not exclude or limit any party's recourse to the courts. B. Roblox is neither required nor willing to participate in any alternative dispute resolution schemes with a consumer arbitration panel. Rather, Roblox tries to resolve any conflicts as set out in Section 10 in the user terms. However, please note that the European Commission has set up an online dispute resolution platform, European Consumers Order, that provides information about the alternative dispute resolution in the European Union that may be of interest. This section is without prejudice to the right, where applicable, of EU users to engage certified out-of-court dispute settlement bodies in accordance with Article 21 of the Digital Services Act. For more information, please see Roblox.com Digital Services Act. Notice to California residents, Section 12 of the user terms do not apply. 11. Survival. Then, in addition to the sections listed in Section 17b of the Roblox and Section 7 of this Appendix C shall survive termination. 12. Consent to electronic communications. Section 17F of the user terms do not apply. If Roblox has received user's email address in the context of the sale of a product or service, Roblox may use it for direct marketing of Roblox's own similar products or services, provided that Roblox is clearly and distinctly given user the opportunity to object, free of charge and in an easy manner, to such use of user's email address upon their collection, and on the occasion of each message in case user has not initially refused such use. 13. Right of withdrawal. If user is a consumer, i.e. an individual who, in contracting with Roblox, is acting for purposes which are outside the user's trade, business, craft, or profession, user may revoke all concluded contracts under the following conditions. Information concerning the exercise of the right of withdrawal subject to Section 13D below. User has right to withdraw from the contract within 14 days without giving any reason. Withdrawal period will expire after 14 days from the day of conclusion of this contract. To exercise the right of withdrawal, user must inform Roblox Corporation, Customer Support, Delaware, San Mateo, decision to withdraw from this contract by an equivocal statement, e.g. a letter sent by post. User may use the below reference model withdrawal form, but it is not obligatory. You can also electronically fill in and submit the model withdrawal form or any other electrical statement on our website for our customer support form. If you use this option, we will communicate to you in an acknowledgement of receipt of such a withdrawal on a durable medium, e.g. by letter without delay. we should be nearly done. To meet the withdrawal deadline, it is sufficient for user to send users communication concerning users' exercise of the right of withdrawal before the withdrawal period is ended. Effects of withdrawal: if user withdraws from this contract, Roblox shall reimburse to users all payments received from user, including the cost of delivery, with the exception of the supplementary costs resulting from user's choice of the type of delivery, other than the least expensive type of standard delivery offered by Roblox without undue delay, and in any event not later than 14 days from the date on which Roblox is informed by a user's decision to withdraw from this contract. Roblox will carry out such a reimbursement using the same means of payment as user used for the initial transaction, unless the user has expressly agreed otherwise. In any event, user will not incur any fees as a result of such reimbursement. If you requested to begin the performance of services during the withdrawal period, you shall pay us an amount which is in proportion to what has been provided until you have communicated with us your withdrawal from this contract in comparison with the full coverage of this contract. Model withdrawal form: complete and return this form only if you wish to withdraw from the contract. Roblox Corporation, Customer Support, Delaware, Santa Monica. We hereby give notice that we withdraw from our contract the sale of the following goods for the provision of the following service ordered on or received on name of consumers, address of consumers, signature of consumers, only if this form is notified on paper date. Delete as appropriate. Exceptions from the right of withdrawal: the right to withdraw may not exist in respect of distance of premises. Contracts for the supply of goods made to a user specifications clearly personalized. Expiry of the right of withdrawal. Please note that the right of withdrawal expires in the case of service contracts after the service has been fully performed, but if the contract places the user under an obligation to pay, only if the performance has begun with user's prior express consent and acknowledgement, that user will lose their right of withdrawal, and once the contract has been fully performed by Roblox. Contracts for the supply of digital content which is not supplied on the tangible medium, if the performance has begun and if the contract places user under an obligation to pay, where user has provided prior express consent to begin the performance during the right of withdrawal period. 2. User has provided acknowledgement that user thereby loses user's right of withdrawal. And 3. Roblox has provided user with confirmation of the contract, which also states user's consent to Roblox commencing performance of the contract before the expiry of the withdrawal period, and confirmation of acknowledgement about the expiry of right of withdrawal. 14. Copyright. Nothing in the Roblox terms, especially as regards Section 2B of the creator term, shall affect mandatory rights and remuneration for the use of copyrightable material. Roblox reserves the right to text and data mining of the platform and the services and any other kind of provided content. 15. Compatible devices. The user can find information about the compatible devices available to use the services here. 16. EU dimension of terrorist content online regulation. Roblox has appointed DP Doc Core Services GmbH in Germany as representative and point of contract according to Regulation EU 2021/784 of the European Parliament and of the Council of 29 April 2021 on addressing the dissemination of terrorist content, terrorist online content regulation, which can be contacted here. 17. Repeated misuse. In addition to Section 2G of the use of terms, Roblox may refuse to process 1. Appeals, or 2. Illegal content. Notices submitted by users or non-users that reportedly or egregiously misuse Roblox's appeal system. Illegal content notice form. Examples of such misuse include hearingly providing abusive standard notices or appeals, or abusive use of appeals or notice systems, including submitting in a high volume of appeals or notices without any information. Such refusals may take into consideration, e.g., users' historic use of the appeal system or illegal content notice from the severity of the misuse. Refusal durations may vary depending on the degree of the violation. Roblox may also suspend or terminate the accounts of users who repeatedly publish illegal content. Such suspensions and terminations may take into consideration, e.g., users' historic content violations and the severity of the misuse. Suspension durations may vary depending on the degree of the violation. Roblox will notify you in advance of a suspension or termination unless it is not appropriate for us to do so, and if you disagree with such action, you have the opportunity to appeal. Fucking hell. Fuck this. Recommendations and ranking of virtual content depending on the Roblox feature, e.g. features like the marketplace versus experience search. Roblox uses different factors in order to provide users and creators the most relevant search results and recommendations. The category of factors are relative importance applied to each of them varies depending on the applicable search or recommendation feature. Furthermore, for some features, Roblox provides users and creators with the option to modify the order of results or recommendations that are presented, which can be found in close proximity to the search or recommendation feature. See here for more information about how recommendations and ranking work on Roblox. 19. Notification appeal. Notification and appeal. In addition to Section 2F of the user terms, whenever Roblox restricts access to virtual content, Roblox notifies user of such decisions and provides user with an opportunity to appeal. In addition to considering the violation at hand when making such a decision, Roblox also considers users' historical use of Roblox and whether a user has repeatedly violated Roblox policies. Continued violations of certain policies may result in a stricter consequence, i.e. warning, followed by time out, followed by suspension, etc. EU users may appeal such decisions for up to 6 months after Roblox's initial decision. When reviewing an appeal request, Roblox is holistically considers the severity of the violation, users' reason for appealing, and users' behavior on the platform. Please note, in some circumstances, appeals may not be readily applicable. For example, a time-lapsed consequence, such as a 20-minute timeout where the suspension has already been lifted, whether provided for by local laws. User may have the right to bring a claim for breach of contract against Roblox if Roblox restricts access to your virtual content or suspends or terminates your account in breach of the Roblox terms and these supplemental provisions. 20. Residents of France, if after completing the mandatory informal dispute resolution process described in Section 11A of the user terms of the dispute remains, residents of France may refer the matter free of charge to the following mediator EM Institute d'Expertise d'Héritage at Meditate, I don't know, Paris, whatever. Appendix D, Vietnam. The supplemental provisions in this Part A apply to the users and creators located in Vietnam. If there is any inconsistency or conflict between the Roblox terms and these supplemental provisions shall prevail. Alright, I think this is the last shit. This is the last thing. Part A, users in Vietnam. Vietnam player terms. Users in Vietnam are required to use a Roblox VNG application and associated services. Roblox Vietnam is published and operated in Vietnam by Minh Nguyen Tim Communication Company Limited, the Vietnam publisher, under separate terms and the conditions that apply to the use of Roblox Vietnam in place of Roblox user terms in order to ensure the safety of all users' activities on Roblox. Vietnam must comply with the community standards. Creators in Vietnam may use Roblox Studio and associated services, create experiences and virtual content. Roblox Studio and associated services are provided by Roblox Corporation. Your career in Vietnam, your use of Roblox Studio and associated services, and any experiences and virtual content that you make available use of them is governed by Roblox. Career terms as amended by Part B of the supplemental provisions with respect to publication on Roblox VNG or use of certain creator-related services are by Roblox will also be subject to additional terms applicable to those services, such as, but not limited to, developer exchange terms of use and creator sort terms. Part B, publication of creators UGC via Roblox Vietnam. This is it. This is the last thing we're reading. Oh my god. This is it. Right here, and we're done. The supplemental provisions in this Part B apply to the publication and distribution of creators UGC via Roblox Vietnam. They apply to all creators, whether located inside or outside of Vietnam. If there is any inconsistency or conflict between Roblox creator terms and these supplemental provisions shall prevail. 1. Publication. To comply with local regulations, Roblox Vietnam and associated UGC is published and operated in Vietnam by the Vietnam publisher. You acknowledge and agree that your creators UGC may be made available to users of Roblox Vietnam users by the Vietnam publisher as a sub-licensee of Roblox under Section 2B2 of the Roblox Creator Terms Purchases. In order to comply with the local regulations, Vietnam players cannot purchase UGC directly from a creator. Instead, they must purchase from Vietnam publishers. Vietnam player purchases creators UGC from Vietnam publisher. The purchase, however, for Roblox or without charge of creators UGC by Vietnam player will not establish any form of contractual relationship between creator and that Vietnam player. Rather, creators UGC will be sub-licensed to the Vietnam player by the Vietnam publisher for the purposes of calculating creators' eligibility to receive an earned Robux and the relevant Robux allocation under Section 4B of the Roblox Creator Terms, such as a purchase transaction, shall be treated in the same ways as would apply to direct sale from creator to the player outside Vietnam. Sections 2B and 4 of the Roblox Creator Terms are deemed modified accordingly with respect to publication, distribution, or purchase of creators UGC under Roblox Vietnam to the extent that they are inconsistent with these supplemental provisions. Free license to use creators UGC to market Roblox Vietnam. Creator retains all copyrights that creator may hold in creators UGC. Creator hereby grants and agrees to grant a Roblox perpetual, irreversible, and non-exclusive royalty-free transferable license with a power to sub-license through multiple levels to any person or entity, including but not limited to the Vietnam publisher, to use in whole or in part creators UGC and associated username in any media or channel distribution not known or hereafter developed in connection with the publicity and marketing of Roblox Vietnam or the services, even if creator has exercised a right to be forgotten under the GDPR or equivalent right under other privacy laws. The right to market and advertise Roblox Vietnam or the services using creators UGC will not include using creators UGC in marketing and advertising that is focused solely on promoting creators UGC as reasonably determined by Roblox as part of the services without creators approval, but Roblox can generally reference as determined by Roblox creators UGC with other UGC or material without creators approval to promote, market, advertise Roblox Vietnam or the service. Roblox may also use creators UGC for non-commercial and educational users to promote Roblox Vietnam or the services, and Roblox will reasonably determine whether a use is non-commercial or educational. This is the last line. Review of the creators UGC. For the avoidance of doubt, Roblox does not have any obligation to permit distribution by Vietnam publisher of any of creators UGC on Roblox Vietnam, and the Vietnam publisher has no obligation to publish any of creators UGC on Roblox Vietnam. The suitability of experiences and virtual content for publication in Vietnam may be subject to review whether prior to publication or any time thereafter by Roblox, the Vietnam publisher and or local regulatory authority. Roblox and the Vietnam publisher shall have the absolute discretion to filter, suspend, or terminate the distribution and publication of any of creators UGC on Roblox Vietnam in whole or in a part at any time and for any reason. Roblox and the Vietnam's publisher determination with regard to such action shall be final at its sole discretion. Roblox may contact creator in connection with any action taken in accordance with this section, and creator may be given an opportunity to remedy or amend creators UGC and to resubmit it for publication on Roblox Vietnam. We're done. I did it. I read Roblox's terms of use fully in one video. This entire fucking thing, which is like 20,000 words long, 3 hours long, I read all of this in one video. Yeah. Literally this entire thing. I read it in one video, man. That was so freaking hard and painful to do. I'm so done. Please subscribe, because this took a fucking really long time. Thank you.